that was a shot.
Welcome to Hadage Underground, everybody. This is the sounds of the mighty Meta Baron.
Beat up.
Ted.
Macho Samson.
Voice the villain.
Sparkle.
I want to thank y'all for coming out tonight. Appreciate everybody who showed up and listened. Man, it's been a somber week.
Rough.
It's been a rough week for the black male collective and sports enthusiasts everywhere.
Very.
My nigga Kobe.
Kobe is gone, man.
Thank you, Kobe.
In the most tragic of ways and under the most fucked up of circumstances, man. But it wasn't just the loss of, you know what I'm saying, probably, I mean, at this point, now that he didn't been fast tracked to the Hall of Fame, probably the greatest basketball player of all time, at least for our era.
The GOAT.
The GOAT.
The GOAT.
It's been just a sad turn of events for just, there were 9 other people that died on that plane crash. Kobe was a tremendous superstar, but you know, they say bright lights cast dark shadows. And the fucked up thing surrounding these events is those other 8 people are forever tied to Kobe's death. They don't get the respect and the decorum of their own deaths being announced in the news. And you know what I'm saying? These was people with lives. These was people with families that they left behind. So just before we start out and get into our general fuckery for this evening, we just want to give a send-off to these people, everybody that went out in the plane or the helicopter crash. I want to say rest in peace to Kobe Bryant. Rest in peace to Gigi Bryant. Rest in peace to Peyton Chester. Rest in peace to Alyssa Etabelli. Rest in peace to Carrie Atabelli. Rest in peace to Christina Mauser. Rest in peace to John Atabelli. Rest in peace to Sarah Chester and the pilot, Ara Zobayan. Shit was just tragic, man. It don't even seem real, man.
And how many people was that?
It was 9 people.
9 total.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Especially perilous and treacherous. I remember because we caught the fog here in the Midwest a couple of days before that. I remember like in the middle, down there near the end of the week,
Yep.
extraordinarily foggy.
Yeah.
Like it was damn near unsafe to drive, but I mean, 70 miles an hour versus 2,000 feet per hour
Right.
up in the air.
Low, very low to the ground.
Very low to the ground. And I mean, you know, all the other, everybody pretty much knows the whole news shit, so we ain't gonna waste everybody's time. But everybody was grounded. The pilot had to get special permissions to fly. And Kobe was known for taking helicopters. He said that he had missed 2. It only took Kobe to miss 2 events in his daughter's lives because, you know, he was a what's the term? I see everybody posting the pictures of him.
A dad girl.
A dad girl. Kobe was a self-professed
girl dad.
Girl dad.
Hashtag
Girl
girl
dad.
dad.
Girl dad.
Wow.
Yeah, it's hashtag girl
I-
dad.
But you know I ain't got no
Because I
kids.
posted my edit.
I appreciate that. It's
Yeah.
not. It's just. He said he only missed 2 events. He missed a recital and a play, and he said that I can't deal with this LA traffic. It's gonna take me away from my family.
I'm buying a $15 million plane. I mean,
Yeah.
helicopter.
When you bean, you can do that.
Yeah.
Now, wasn't he going against the what is that specific helicopter was going against the weather or something like that?
It was just extremely foggy, and like I said, the pilot had to request special clearance to fly that.
Yeah,
day.
because the police copters, they grounded.
Nobody else was
Nobody
flying
was
that day.
flying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. It's a specialized like flight.
It's one of those things where, you know, you work in customer service and you really can't say no to certain high profile customers
Right.
without
Customers
losing your
always
job.
right.
Mhm.
And I mean, you know, it wasn't like he was just some also ran ass pilot. This was the guy that Kobe flew with all the time. This was the guy I believe that taught
He was,
Kobe how to fly a
Yeah.
He was
helicopter.
Kawhi's pilot too.
Yep.
And he'd been flying for like at least 20 or 30 years or something like that. He'd been flying for a very long time. So
People was just devastated, man. I had to. There was like, there's like 4 of my homies. It's like super huge Kobe fans, and I had to call every single one of them niggas that day
You had to console them.
just to do wellness checks. Like, you all right, dog?
And
Yeah.
the text messages that was stacked up in the queue, man. I had like probably 20 text messages from like all kind of family and friends just blowing me up about it.
It's crazy how grief can unite people, but it's also not so crazy. Shout out to you. It's also not so crazy how people can take opportunities to just, man, the bodies only got recovered Wednesday. and then take who was that?
Somebody trying to call.
Somebody trying to call Macho talk about this Kobe shit.
Right, what you talking about?
I mean, grief can unite, but it can also show divisions between people and just the extreme hatred. And you know what I'm saying? TMZ was foul and got chastised. How you know you foul when you get chastised by the LAPD, the second most racist motherfuckers in America next to the NYPD.
That might be a very close tie, but
It might be a tie, but you know what I'm saying?
But they just released an article. TMZ did. What's his name? The guy that runs TMZ.
Harvey Levin.
Harvey
Yeah,
Levin.
he gave an interview saying that the way he even found out about the death was that a
Police officer
called him and told him. So he put it back on.
I mean, the
on the
LAPD is
officer.
known for taking, you know what I'm saying, pictures of rape women and
Yeah.
dead bodies, and they trade them like, you know what I'm saying, trading
Baseball
cards and
cards.
shit
Yeah.
like that.
That's
There's
horrible.
just all manner of fucked up shit. But speaking of fucked up, man, just the bodies wasn't even cold, man. The family didn't even get a chance to process the grief before just the hatred.
that's how his wife found out actually through TMZ.
Yeah.
And I ain't
Rick Fox family thought he was dead.
Yeah, 'cause
because people
Yeah.
kept saying he was on the
Yeah, because I thought that
helicopter.
was. Yeah, I was
Shaq
like, damn.
thought
they
he
got
was
Fox
dead
too?
because
Yeah.
Shaq called him and he said he didn't get an
I
answer.
told Ted. I texted
Yeah,
him.
he
I was
texted
like,
me, and I was at my brother's house, and I'm like, oh shit.
What-
Playing
what
the video game.
what was particularly appalling to me about the shit was just, man, it was like, I keep saying hatred for the general term because I can't say what I really want to say, as fucked up as that sounds. I say a lot of fly shit on here, but it's one thing for people to bring up events in Kobe's past that were tumultuous, dealing with the old girl, and I have to say rape accusation, because if a man does not get found guilty of a crime,
Right.
he did not
That's
commit the
accusation.
crime. And I know that pisses people off, and I know everybody's believed the victim first, but if we gonna be fair, did nobody say shit about David Bowie beating 13-year-old cheeks when he died of
Elvis.
HIV related
Yeah, definitely
complications,
Yep.
just like George Michael, allegedly?
Can't forget about Elvis.
Can't forget about Elvis.
King.
So everyone was allowed to grieve them in their time, and even when you talk about them, you still get chastised. But Kobe was a rapist and a whole ass nigga, and it was two camps of definitive haters that day I noticed. There were, which was funny to me, there were the white people, Ari Shafir being one of them. I hope you enjoy being Michael Richards, my nigga. You cooked. You are effectively done, bro.
I avoided social media completely.
That's the best
after
thing
I
to
heard
do.
of it, because I knew, I'm like, Kobe was a very, polarizing individual to a lot of people.
Most great people are.
Right. So
Mhm.
I was like, I already knew I was gonna hear a bunch of shit that I ain't want to hear at the moment, especially it just happened. So I'm like, I'm gonna just keep cool and not even focus on any of that shit, try to hear all the good shit and hear all the people, all his teammates and former co-workers and people that he mentored. I want to hear they side of the story. I want to hear them talk. I don't want to hear these hoe ass niggas online living in their mama basement talking shit about Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Because it doesn't even make any sense to listen to them, because they just gonna have a bunch of hatred.
But
and shit
this
for 'em
was
anyway.
the odd part about it. Niggas that I have known that have rooted against the Lakers and hated Bean for years, let's express legitimate tears or legitimate sadness at how he went out, and the fact that
because it's about competition. It's not about actually hating the person. You hate, it's passion when it comes to basketball. It's a sport. You don't actually hate that person. You don't want to see nothing bad happen. No, nobody ever wishes injury on a player.
But now, see, this is where the fucked up part about it comes. So it was two particular camps of hatred. There were those that took it as a cheap shot to, of course, famous black man has had relations with a young white woman in the past, whether they be clean or whatever circumstances, and all the other flings. All that got brought up mostly by the white camp, saying that Kobe's a rapist and fuck him, even though you can't call George Zimmerman a killer because he was never committed of the fucking he was never charged or, committed a crime. He was never convicted of the crime. And then you had a particularly small minority of very vocal black women expressing their distaste for Kobe. And I mean, when I say distaste, it wasn't you had the run of the mills. Well, fuck him because he didn't marry a black woman. I saw women.
Yeah,
I saw women with mixed kids in their profile and white boyfriends or husbands in their profile shitting on Kobe.
Right.
For
It's disgusting, dog. It's just disgusting.
I mean,
so not only that, but I saw some true deplorable shit where there were women that were talking about, well, fuck his daughter too, and I'm just like, see,
Wow.
that's
yeah,
too
a little
much.
too much.
Wow.
Yeah.
A
That's why I
13-year-old.
stayed
This
yeah.
is like okay,
That's why I
so
stayed out of the group
It's
chat.
the internet.
so
That's the
here,
internet.
so here's
Get
my
vicious.
thing. So here's my thing. How can you say that Kobe didn't leave? He fuck him because he didn't leave any wealth to black women. Are Kobe's 4 daughters not black
Right,
women?
they're definitely black women.
But see, this I
Absolutely.
noticed that the same camp of women that cheered on Serena Williams' marriage to Alexandria Ohanian and had nothing but gushy remarks to say about Meghan Markle being the first black British princess.
It's
Like, wait a
only-
minute.
It's only good when a black woman do it.
Well, I don't know that it's only good when a black woman
To
does
them.
it.
And
I
we can't
think-
even say black women. It was a specific minority
Yeah.
of strags and daggles.
Oh god. Oh no.
It's that
The pollywogs.
have your cake
Where's
and
the
eat
bell
it
at?
too.
We
Like,
gonna
you just-
have to
I
bring the
wish
bell
we had
back.
the bell. But I mean, you know,
What was
we,
you gonna say, Ted?
Let's have your cake and eat it too. You know, just picking parts of stuff that you like and just
I don't. Well, I'm the only black woman here, so before y'all get to mansplaining black
Okay.
women,
Yeah.
That's what you here for.
I think part of it is hurt people,
hurt people.
and I think what happens is black women feel hurt a lot of the time by black men in general, and we feel excluded on large scales. So it's not so much that we're like, oh yeah, go Serena because she married a white man. It's y'all act like we ain't shit, so we gonna act like you ain't shit. But in the form of we just gonna cheer harder for this. Not that we're gonna act like you aren't shit, but we're just gonna make this other thing seem like it's so fantastic in an exaggerated way because we feel excluded over here on this in this other platform.
and it's
That's
fun and it's
understandable.
funny that you say that because I
Because
do
I don't know that we would be so exuberant for these other things if we felt valued at home
Mm.
with black
understandable.
men.
That's true.
Mm.
And that's part one of the topics that I actually want to discuss tonight after we get all this sad shit out of the way, because we still got to let Sparkle and Ted introduce themselves,
Yeah.
Right.
talk about themselves.
Just come say higher.
One of the topics at large I want to bring up, and you know what I'm saying, if the engineer want to get on this one too, he can, is just
He
like
don't have a mic or headphones.
He too real.
He
He
over
in-
there butt naked.
he in the
Oh, no.
background though. I mean the
That's
the
not-
Y'all
that's
face
said
what
that
we
was a
wanna
hate
see.
crime.
the Facebook feed can hear him because these mics pick up everything in the room,
Okay,
Okay,
good. Thing.
good.
and he can remain anonymous. His face ain't even got to show
We know who you are.
up.
Just show your hand one time.
Eventually, at some part in the show, I'm gonna segue to the ongoing black gender war
No.
Oh no.
that's being waged on and across social media.
Oh no, Baron.
Oh,
You got to bring it up,
Oh
man.
no.
He said, "Oh no."
But see, like the funny
Not with
part
this
about it
one.
is what Sparkle said about not being celebrated at home and going hard makes sense. When you hurt people, and when you feel like you've been down and out and you didn't stood by niggas and all this other shit, and you ain't getting the support that you need, you gonna lash out. And I understand that because that's just human nature. That's not relegated to gender or race.
No.
The funny part about it to me is when you got niggas like Scottie Pippen, you got sports stars in general that might get with like an Instagram model or even before Instagram model, video girls, ones that wasn't necessarily as rich as them. She probably got a little bit of chicken. She got way more Hulkamania than my broke ass. But the thing about it is comparatively, her 500,000 to 1.5 versus this nigga's 300 million. You married down. Alexander Ohanian, he was one of the co-founders of Reddit, and he got some money, but it's only a couple M's.
He ain't
Actually,
got Serena money.
Serena married down,
Yes.
and he might be the brokest nigga that she ever dated.
Mhm.
He
Actually,
is,
comparatively. And no one said that she dated down. I remember rumors being spread about him being a billionaire, and I was like, "Whoa,
You know why they didn't
So
say he
wait.
dated down?
Because
He's
he's
white.
white. I was just about to say that.
I don't know if it's
If
that,
he was a
though.
black
Yes, it is.
I
man,
think
yes,
it's
it
a
is.
lot of misinformation because I'm sitting here as a person who reads quite a bit of shit,
Mm-hmm.
and he's right. I didn't know that until he just said that.
Oh, you didn't know
no,
that?
because everything I read said that he was a fucking billionaire.
You know,
Oh,
He has a
yeah.
But see,
billionaire,
I can't-
$1 billion company.
As-
yes.
He's not a
And
billionaire.
And so maybe that's what it was.
Yeah,
and
it
we
was a-
all
it
just
was a
kind of
big-
assumed like,
yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
he's a billionaire.
It was a big
Yeah.
misconception.
Reddit
and it's
is
like,
worth
as someone that, much like Sparkle, as somebody that runs through so much fucking information online, I'm not informed until I've been corrected.
Yep.
That's how I maintain it. Like the best thing somebody can do for me is shut my monkey ass down by either disproving my arguments or just enlightening me on something I may have misspoken about. I never chastise you
Just
for
show me the
correcting
receipts.
Right.
That's where I'm at. Just show me the receipt, and I can get humbled and we can move on.
You know something? I'm all for receipts, but mostly when niggas can't explain how the bill got that way. Like if
Mhm.
a mealy mouth nigga that can't talk is trying to explain, just show me the receipt and keep it moving.
That's
nigga.
what I'm saying. Just show me the receipt.
But also, a lot of people just have blind support.
Yeah,
Like no
Yeah.
matter what this person
yeah.
does, I'm gonna support him.
Oh yeah,
I call that the Cardi B-ism.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say Drakeism.
same,
too.
one and the
Same,
same.
one-
I was-
Yep.
I was
Nicki
gonna say
Minaj's
the Barbs.
It's
Yeah.
it's just the cult shit. But you
Yeah.
know, rest in peace to Mamba. Rest in peace to all the fallen souls. Particularly tragic was the loss of Kobe and his daughter Gigi. Gigi was the one that got Kobe back interested in basketball. He wasn't even going to games, but
That's
right.
Gigi, she got her love of basketball from him.
and she was very, very skilled.
She
He
was
said-
skilled. I mean,
Very good.
He said his daughter was better than he was.
he was putting her through that Earl Woods treatment.
Yeah. Oh, he was a coach of the team. He coached the team.
Yeah, he coached
and
the
he
team.
had the girls
Yeah.
doing 5-day practices.
And here's the thing.
Running the
I mean, but
triangle.
you destined to be great.
13-year-olds running the triangle. Grown men can't run the triangle.
Yeah, give a fuck,
Here's
that's why.
here's the thing.
I mean, your daddy and a champion.
A lot of the older heads that I listen to online,
They better
we're
listen to
talking
it,
about, athletes respect other athletes and gender don't matter. If you can hoop, if you can hoop, if you can ball, you can ball.
Right.
You can see it on like the weight. You can see it as far as bodybuilding stuff. Male bodybuilders train female bodybuilders and vice versa. The funny part about it was, man, Kobe was actually a really big advocate for the WNBA, and I believe that he was preparing Gigi to be the next version of him there.
He might have bought a team.
Yeah, he
She
wanted her
probably
to
was
be the
gonna come
face.
straight out of high school, going in killing broads.
So
Right.
you know what? So one of the takeaways that I really have been hoping for is men feeling as if women's sports are not just equal, because fuck equal, are important.
They are. Men support women's sports overwhelmingly. It's just
And
that
supporting their youth sports, like going to your kids'
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
female
that's
basketball
huge.
games and volleyball games. It's not
they-
just basketball,
we
other
were-
sports as well.
We
They
were the
do.
we were the biggest supporters of Serena Williams. That's how she got popular.
Yeah,
yeah.
black
When
women.
when hoe ass magazines
Didn't
like
hurt that she was
like
thick,
People
too.
Man, she
magazine
was built like a beast.
and
and shit.
Vogue. I remember a
Whatever it
fucking
takes.
I remember a
Cat
fucking
suit.
They didn't like the
issue.
black female form.
Yeah, they
No,
wouldn't
they
even put her
didn't.
on the front of magazine.
I
And
remember
they tried to ban her damn tennis outfit.
Yeah,
I remember
she
an
thicker than a
issue
motherfucker.
of
Thicker than a
Vogue
Snicker.
magazine that had Serena. The cover said Serena Williams, Superwoman ? So
Yeah.
like the super wasn't even superimposed. It was like a regular word. Woman was in all caps and then a
Bold.
question mark. This same magazine 4 months prior had a whole fucking article about Caitlyn Jenner gushing
Wow.
about how much of a beautiful woman, no superimposition,
Right.
no funny shit with the text.
Yeah.
So my thing is, look, man, Serena Williams, at the time that y'all put her on the cover and had that superwoman shit, she had already given birth. She had returned to the sport. So she certified by all metrics or whatever the fuck you want to say. This is an actual woman.
Look,
And for this, like, PC shit is destroying and fucking everything up because it's like,
I
what?
agree.
How am I supposed to take you serious after that?
look, they should put on the front of the cover.
Oh shit!
They should put on the front of the cover Caitlyn Jenner, girl dad.
I mean,
Dad girl.
Nope. I said what I said.
I
Would
mean,
it
at
be
this
dad
point,
girl?
I mean, it probably would run a lot of issues because I mean, she won the ESPY.
Yeah.
she
did.
won an ESPY before damn near anybody else.
Yeah, she won an early one.
And then right after,
it'll work.
and then right after, I think it was before or after, but it was in close proximity to where Laverne Cox had hosted or like announced something. She either won an ESPY or announced somebody winning an ESPY.
I'm waiting on her. Sports Illustrated.
You
Bikini
done?
shoot.
I think
What?
you
They don't even do
one.
that shit no more, bro.
They
They
don't.
don't do it
Serena?
no more, no.
Yeah, no.
It's too
Oh,
sexy.
you talking about
Caitlyn.
Caitlyn?
Talking about Caitlyn.
Oh, nobody want to see that.
Oh no, Baron.
Don't
Nobody
nobody.
want to see that. Yo, we remember
Hey,
that show.
Baron.
Hey,
Oblong?
Baron.
Hey, girl.
Centerfold.
She like one of them things off of Oblong.
Come
Oh.
on, dog.
But
They got to put an extra
Before-
fold.
Before the feed gets shut down because niggas is talking
Oh,
too
God.
saucy. I want to thank Sparkle and I want to thank Ted for
Hey,
coming out.
Caitlin.
Yeah, we gotta introduce y'all.
We gotta let them talk at length. Ted go back
That's
with the basement crew.
That's
That's
my best friend.
that's
Oh,
Bill.
gee.
Oh,
Oh,
God
God bless you.
He the only nigga that can put up with me.
that's fair.
Y'all niggas,
Who knew you
y'all
had a
niggas being
friend?
cute.
Oh!
Ooh.
Hey, that's
So you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and tell us a
About
little
to
bit.
crack,
Go
man.
ahead and tell the people listening a little bit about yourself, Ted, if you want to, man. You ain't really got
Well,
to.
yeah, I guess my experience with Jerron goes way back. We actually started a podcast a long, long time ago. If any of the OGs remember, way back in like what was that 07?
Damn.
it was before podcast.
What was the name of it?
Podcast.
Joe Budden gonna come.
Podcast.
Joe Budden gonna come holler
need to
at
know
you.
the
Well, he
name.
can come
Y'all got a
holler.
radio
He can
show.
come holler.
I don't know what the fuck.
The word podcast didn't exist when we.
No.
It was just two niggas
It was
talking
just
on
two
the mic.
niggas.
It's like
We
an
had
NPR.
we had a rock
Y'all
band.
niggas had an NPR.
We
It
had
was
a,
real NPR, nigga public radio.
We had a rock band microphone from the video game.
No.
And we would record that
no.
bitch. We had that shit hooked up to a Sony
I heard
Vio.
that's poor.
laptop.
Oh yeah,
Whatever
my
that
my
computer
desktop.
he
Yeah.
had.
Oh, y'all niggas.
And we was recording that
legit.
shit.
It was
And we,
really
I mean,
legit.
we talking about talking saucy. This was OG internet where you could say anything.
It was a Wild Wild
Oh,
West.
y'all was still on like Black Planet and shit.
Yes.
I missed
I
the
was gonna say,
days.
It was
I was about to
MySpace.
say, who was
back.
your listener?
I missed the days of the
Some
pre-Facebook.
grimy ass
internet.
niggas.
Grimy ass
Yeah,
PlayStation niggas.
Pretty much.
Grimy ass
Right.
nigga.
Who was the
Yeah, actually, a lot of our
I'm
listeners,
trying to think, like, who's the
a
listener?
lot of the people that fuck with us was people that went to Cat Tech. A lot of our
Okay,
people.
so a lot of cats.
And they was like, come find us and be like, hey, this shit is funny.
Because
We was off the chain.
we used to write notes and shit. You know them notes that used to be
Yeah.
on Facebook.
People used to read our notes and comment and shit like that.
No.
Oh, wow.
I remember
Y'all
them
should probably
fucking
bring
What are
that back.
notes? What the
You don't
fuck?
know
You
what a
a
note
little
is,
younger.
fam?
than
Notes.
us.
I
You a
am
little-
not. I'm a year younger than you.
It's a
Notes.
blog.
That's
It's basically a blog, but it was on.
It was on Facebook.
Like we
Don't matter,
actually
you still
started on
younger.
MySpace.
It was
And
back
oh
when
my God.
Facebook. It was back when
Just remember
Facebook.
Had an honesty box.
You remember?
No, it was just a blog post.
It was back when
Oh,
Facebook,
okay.
like when the Facebook API wasn't so trash, and they was allowing any type of app on there.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Back when you could launch your own
You can
polls.
launch
Yeah.
it, yeah.
Yeah, so actually,
Damn.
Jerron wrote a post about
That's how
Beyonce and
old we
Jay
are.
Z.
Oh, God.
How old
And
y'all
this
are.
was way back when she made. What was the
You're
name
right,
of that terrible
youngin'.
ass album?
Well,
They
they all.
They both came out with shitty ass albums. One was Kingdom Hearts,
Oh, Kingdom Come.
Kingdom Come,
Kingdom
and
Hearts.
then the other one
Kingdom
was,
Hearts.
Shit,
Was it Beyonce's second or third album?
it was her second.
Okay.
It had to been her second.
It
Okay.
couldn't have been Dangerously in Love because
No, that was the first
slapped.
No, her first
That
one
was
was
a
slap.
good one.
That was fire.
Motherfucker is
I think that's the one that sent her
Yeah.
over the
First
top.
one and the last
But
one. was
it,
good.
it made us both mad. We like, wait a minute, Beyonce, you better than this. Like,
You know,
but that's a whole nother. I'm not opening that can.
Yeah, I was about to say
Yeah.
the Beehive,
But
they about to
basically,
infiltrate.
MySpace
They
took
buzzing.
MySpace took both of our blogs down after we made them.
So that was
Tom wasn't for
back then.
that shit. Tom was like, I'm gonna shut
That was
all
it.
these
So
niggas
we went
down.
and put them bitches on Facebook because Facebook had just opened up the opportunity for you to write notes, and we wrote notes. We got a bunch of comments and shit, and people was like, "Y'all niggas funny," and we was going to clubs every weekend. and
Oh yeah, that shit was
almost
crazy.
got blown up and shit. So
Yeah, the club we was at had a bomb threat in
yeah,
it.
they was trying to blow us up.
What?
You had to release. What club was that?
That was
Club
back.
Blue.
It was
It's
no,
called
it
Blue?
was
It
That was back in the
Zubar.
No,
Oh,
it
okay,
wasn't.
yeah,
It was
okay,
blue.
yeah.
'Cause
Them was
Zubar,
the
if they
player
call
while
in
you
the
hating days.
Zubar was.
if they call in a bomb threat to the Zubar, they'd have still kept dancing. They ain't give a fuck.
That probably been me.
Right.
So
My drunk ass.
so anyway, we had a podcast. We made a Michael Jackson show, which was like right after Michael Jackson died,
Right.
and everything kind of blew up after that. We
That
never
nigga
really-
Mike's
Yeah.
death was so motherfucking powerful.
Oh
See,
my god, we had a
when-
whole,
when
whole
TMZ
show about it.
It's
When
generational.
when TMZ reported Kobe Bryant's death, the reason why a lot of people thought it was a hoax is because so many people hit TMZ's website, it brought it down. Like
Mhm.
when you
Okay.
simulate that level of mass traffic to a website, it's called a DDoS attack.
Yeah.
But these was actual people doing that. When Michael Jackson died, this nigga's death brought down Google.
well,
What?
they
I mean, international.
they
And he
they-
took 20 people with him. When Michael Jackson died,
Oh, yeah.
19 people committed suicide that
Shut
day.
the fuck up. Are you
Because,
serious?
Yeah,
what's her
yeah.
name?
Yeah, that shit was
That's
fucked
real.
The
up.
I
girl,
did
the
not
girl
know
with the
that.
blonde
What?
hair from back in the day.
I mean, he made
70s
niggas
and shit.
cry.
She died
He
too.
was
What
I
was
mean,
her
crying.
yeah, I mean, right. Yeah. I never
Makes sense.
understood that.
I mean,
What was that?
Hence the
name?
conversation we had before.
She was
Okay,
she was
we'll have
she
to-
was the
We'll
we'll have
bad
to table
bitch.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was a bad bitch in the 70s. I can't remember her name. She died the same
Farrah
day.
Fawcett.
Yeah,
Farrah
nobody
Fawcett.
gave a fuck.
Oh, and didn't her mama die like 2 days later or
Yeah.
some shit
Damn.
like that?
Yeah, she died right after.
Nobody cared because Michael Jackson.
I mean, but it's Mike.
Yeah.
I mean, if Mike gonna trump all that.
Yeah,
Yep.
kind of like the Kanye.
I feel bad for
mean,
people who have birthdays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
She
I
Only
got
forgot
thing
about
Like
work-
my
that.
regular Facebook friends that I know in real
They just said,
life, I'm
"Fuck
like,
that."
damn, like
Yeah.
nobody wishing you happy birthday. Nobody cares.
I mean,
But-
you gotta affect like 4 generations to get that type of acknowledgement.
But
Yeah,
to
it's
counteract everything crashing, they have something for that now. Like with the Kobe shit, like when he died, they put all his comments on his pictures on limited. So you
Oh,
couldn't
they
comment
were
on his
prepared.
pictures
Oh, really?
because he would have crashed Instagram.
They
Oh,
they was
okay,
prepared.
okay.
Yeah, they was
I think
prepared.
Mike
And then-
prepared
They
them
also
for
took
that.
his merch out of the store to
Yeah.
stop people from bringing the
Gouging
fucking.
I'm not gonna lie.
Not,
No,
not
no,
even so
no,
much
no, no.
gouging.
Really high,
That
too.
ain't what happened. They actually sold out.
It
They
sold out.
Sold
Yeah,
out, so they
because I was
took
gonna
them
get some.
down.
I was gonna get some shoes off.
I
the,
thought it was because they was going.
off
I
Nike,
thought it because the
website.
You
site
gotta pay
traffic
like
would bring the store down.
$500 extra for like damn near any pair of
And-
shoes.
I mean,
And-
that would have been worth it.
And Vanessa put her page on private.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, I ain't dealing with none of this.
I haven't heard from her.
I've never heard her
she
talk.
stayed in the
I've
hidden
She
never
for a
released
long
a
Released a
statement
time.
statement.
last night.
Well,
I've
yeah.
never heard her
She
talk in
finally
real
broke her
life.
silence last night.
Yeah.
No, I haven't either.
I mean, I
know
would
she
salute to
sound
her because she ain't been in the spotlight at all.
I
I
don't think she wants to.
I
be.
admire
Yeah,
her.
I was like, that's great.
She never decided this
That's
shit.
just dope. Anything else to it?
No, that's about it. I mean, fast forward, a nigga here now.
Drop the mic.
Expeditious transition, my nigga.
Yeah, I had a close call last year. Got real sick almost. Your boy was almost out of here.
Damn.
Oh, man.
But I recovered from that, lost 75 pounds.
Good
Okay,
shit,
good
my
shit,
nigga.
good shit.
So, but I lost a lot of muscle too. So if somebody wanted to try me today, y'all could probably beat my ass.
Nah, that's when you just got to fight dirty, dog.
Yeah.
Well, we getting older. We just use guns.
Yeah,
now.
I
We don't
probably
do all
just
that.
bite a nigga.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Wow.
We glad
Okay.
that your currently lighting the ass is here, bro.
Yeah.
Yes,
Right.
welcome,
Yeah.
welcome to the living.
Thank
Dog.
you.
And last but not least,
The beautiful sparkle.
please tell us.
Yeah, I wish
tell
I
us
didn't have
about
to follow that shit, but
Damn,
all right.
Burger.
Hey guys.
You're interesting. Come on,
Come
bring
on.
it.
You got a little
Um,
podcast
come on.
history too, don't you?
Yes, I'm the co-host of a podcast, Titties and Tacos.
My three
Yes.
favorite things.
Titties.
And top. Yeah, it's two
Titties.
titties. It's two of them.
Right?
Two
No, I
T's.
got it.
Two
Yeah.
T's.
But
I
it's
know you got
it's
it.
TIDDs, like the ones that sag. So
Double-
you know, yeah,
Oh,
we got
it's
grown
special
women
titties.
titties.
Oh.
You
Is it
know?
Yeah, I was about to say,
Yeah.
don't say
We had
sad.
babies and
Them-
shit,
them
so
is-
they're not the original
is-
titties.
Them is
Okay.
seasoned
They
titties.
seasoned titties.
Yes,
There you go.
Yes.
Let's
yes.
go.
My
So,
nigga.
Ain't nothing wrong with season titties.
Yes, but I am a co-host. of
Lowry's
Titties and
titties.
Lowry's.
I have no idea how the fuck I got here.
Uh-huh.
You know how you get
I
here.
don't know how I
'Cause
got here.
I
Sadly,
actually
you're an
don't.
associate of villain. That's
I
how you-
am, yeah. Like he apparently has 2 friends, so you
Oh.
know, here I
Oh,
am.
we've been friends for a long time.
Yeah, y'all need to get off me.
Yeah, you-
Fuck y'all.
Also
Yeah, we've
a
been friends.
technician.
Jesus.
I got all kind of motherfuckers in low places.
But see, I'm not one of those people.
Okay.
I'm a better person
You
than
can.
that, right?
Okay.
No, okay.
Continue.
That's fine. Anyway, but yeah, I'm a writer. I write things.
You got a blog?
No, but I just published a book, Girl Get Over It.
Really?
Ooh.
Mm,
Where can we purchase it?
Anywhere, Amazon, Barnes and Noble.
What is it about? Get over what exactly?
It is a book where real women discuss real shit with a real God. So it's like Jesus and girlfriend shit. It's Jesus with
Mm.
profanity. So yeah, because I
So-
cuss a lot.
You
So
talking about?
just the black church.
No, so I discuss different things that women deal with that we're trying to get over. So from dealing with harboring unforgiveness to dealing with grief, dealing with diet and exercise.
Okay.
And
Mm-hmm.
it's like me talking about my relationship with God and how, Christ has helped me deal with things, but in a real way. So like even the way I talk about Bible stories is not the way anybody would talk about Bible stories. It's like very
Can
colloquial.
you give us a taste.
I'm actually about to.
All right, hold on,
I'm
hold on.
actually
Non-denominational.
about to buy it.
What's
So-
what
just
colloquial
give us a
mean?
sample.
So
What's
like, okay,
colloquial
for example,
I'm
we're
trying to
talking
wrap
about
my head around it.
So like today I was listening to the story of Esther, and my breakdown of the story of Esther was basically like, she went and before the king, who she wasn't supposed to go see without his permission.
Esther,
Okay.
that old bitch.
Yeah, but she was trying to save the Jews because a decree had gone
Okay.
out that the Jewish people were about to be killed because some hoe ass nigga basically was jealous
Okay.
and was like, I want you to go kill the fucking Jews
Kill him.
Jesus.
because this one Jew won't bow down when he sees
This
me.
one Jew.
His name was Mordecai. Mordecai was
Oh,
her
badass
uncle.
name, though.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's a hard name.
Mordecai was Esther's uncle, and he's like, yo, like this motherfucker trying to kill us
Okay.
because I won't bow down.
This some
And
real
so
niggas.
Some real shit.
She
Some
like,
real
he like,
niggas.
I need
Some
you to go do some
knackers.
shit about this. Go talk to the king. She's like, well, what the fuck? This nigga's gonna kill me if I go talk to him without his permission.
Right.
But he's like, so what the fuck are you up there for if you're not gonna, look out for your people?
He's like, what you doing?
So she goes and she talks to the king basically, and she's like, yo, listen, they gonna kill us if you don't stop this. But the way she did it was very womanly. And she was like,
So she seduced him.
she had to like
She
prepare
she
herself
showed some-
before.
Did she
she
show
did
some
some-
box?
She did,
She showed some box.
She
showed
had
some
to,
box.
lift up some legs or something. I don't know.
She seduced him.
She went up in there and was like, Daddy, like, let me talk to you for a second. Like, they're
Okay.
gonna, murder my people if you don't do it.
Thoughts job is never done.
And so he was like, baby girl, I got you.
Okay.
Don't worry. I know you Jewish. I'm gonna save you and the rest of the Jews. It's
Okay.
gonna be all good.
That's a very
And so-
interesting story.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
well, okay,
so
well,
basically, that is the tone
That's
that
the
I
tone.
write.
Okay. Okay.
This
We just
book
had to
is
get a little
written
taste.
in, yes.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
sound like
So
Love
that
and
women
Hip
can, it's a very real
Bible
relationship.
version.
I'm a
Bible,
Jesus
Love
follower,
and Hip
I'm a
Hop.
proud
That's what's
Jesus
up.
follower, but I'm a real person. And
Keeps
I
it
feel
real.
right, and I feel like the church has worked to distort what this is about with their
Of
dogma
course,
and
of course.
doctrine, and it's not about any of that. It's about relationship.
Well,
imperfect
yes, in
relationship
context
at that.
and reality.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I got you.
long
That
story
makes
short,
sense. So
but
you
yeah.
got your own personal way of dealing with
The remix.
It's a very
yeah,
it
because
is.
most Bible stories, I mean, in general, they just
They're boring.
they guidelines
Wow.
for ways
They're
to
boring.
do,
They are boring.
Let's keep it
to
real.
build character.
Unless it's
Right. Right.
it's Old Testament,
All right,
which I
all right,
thought was
so-
the most fire.
So this is about to be
fair.
be completely out of fucking left field, especially coming from me. So the stories in the Bible are actually not boring.
They lit to me.
They lit as fuck.
It depends.
It depends.
Yeah,
Are you talking
depends,
old?
yeah.
Are you talking old or new?
Testament.
Listen.
I only
different.
like
That's
Old
different.
Testament.
Yeah.
That's
But
just
see,
lit.
okay.
Murder and
So here's how it
crusades
goes.
and shit.
So here's how it goes. Here's how it goes. The Old New Testament division, I don't really pay too much attention to because I'm trying to look at it as a whole book. Because if we really talking about it, you can throw everything after the books of Moses away, according to the Jews, because that's what they do.
Yeah,
Because if it ain't the Torah, it don't count. And then even then, there are Jews that say, well, the Torah is some fan fiction that came after. We only care about the Talmud.
You call
Look it up, nigga. I'm not about to explain that shit.
You called it fan fiction.
right.
Technically, Christianity
I mean,
is
it
fan
is,
fiction,
technically.
and
Yeah.
Islam is Christianity is fan fiction of Judaism, and Islam is fan fiction of Christianity and
This is the
Judaism.
first
Man.
official comic in my head.
Yeah,
Fan fiction better than
That's-
ghost
that's a
story.
good way.
you got
Oh,
to these stories got to be lit.
Basically, all retellings of the Bible.
Yeah, these stories got to
Mhm.
be lit to stick around for like 6,000 years, and you know what I'm saying? They all rewritten, plagiarized versions of shit that came before. You know what I'm saying? When you're a nomadic people, you picking up on a little bit of everything, no matter where you are.
Yep.
And the stories themselves are not boring. The presentations of the stories are not boring, but that's done on purpose. If the story is more exciting than the nigga that's
I
telling the
don't know.
story,
I think the presentations a lot of time are boring as shit.
but see, this is
Which
what
is what
Yeah.
the turnoff is.
This
Which
is-
is why
that's-
you got people who are writers like me who kind of like reinvigorate some of these stories and make
Yes.
them
But
relevant.
see, that's what I was about to bring up. If the story is presented in an exciting way, the person telling the story can't shine. And you don't
That's true.
strike me as someone that's out here buying Rolls Royces and Gucci slip and slides off of tithes and shit like that. The
Mm-mm.
preachers do that though.
Mm-hmm.
The preachers will present the story in a boring ass way in order for them to come off as, you know
No,
what
I'm
I'm
the
saying, main
person in Cass
attraction.
Corridor making tacos for the people who live outside.
Oh, you a good one,
Yeah,
then.
you're a good one.
Because I would have just ate them bitches.
Patron saint.
Really?
Jesus.
Tacos
Really?
is good.
Really?
Tacos is delicious.
So you believe in altruism, basically.
Yes.
You do?
Yeah.
Kind of like
Mm.
Jesus. Jesus was that nigga. Like, you
Yeah.
know what?
Christ had dreads.
And
Shake 'em.
the Jesus with dirty feet that I follow is more of a socialist, honestly.
So he's
Mm.
like Bernie Sanders Jesus.
Kind of.
Oh,
Which is
God.
ironic because
Ugh.
he's an atheist. But yeah.
Bernie Jesus.
Bernie Jesus. Ugh.
How you feel about that,
Yep.
Baron?
Bernie ain't no goddamn atheist.
Well, he's a self-professed, I mean,
Is he Jewish?
unbeliever.
Is he Jewish?
Just because
Yeah.
his name Bernie don't mean
You know, atheist.
I mean, no, I agree with you. But I'm just talking about how he, you know, has labeled himself. So.
Yeah, that's fair.
A socialist.
But I mean, see, this is the thing. Socialism works under the context of anytime you have unlimited resources, the shit works. And when you're the son of the divine, guess what? You got unlimited drip. So yeah,
Yeah, he like
socialism
Thanos
works.
in reverse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, when applied in like an
Reverse
actual situation, see, the thing is, another thing that's gonna sound funny as fuck coming from me. This is just about to be just bizarro Baron Day. Socialism works.
Bizarro
Does it?
bear.
Socialism works under specific applications, and under those specific applications, in my opinion, from all the things that I've studied and looked into, people can flame me and fucking send me PMs and tell me that I'm wrong. I don't really give a shit. Socialism works as far as establishing and unifying spread out communities. Notice the places where the shit went over the best was China and Russia, two places that were embroiled in centuries of fucking war, and they were gigantic fucking nations of huge tracts of land with all the fucking villages spread out in between. And when no
Well-
one can talk amongst themselves in between, all the shit from you hear this over there, you hear this over there. So as far as collectivizing people, it works.
Well,
What socialism, I'm about to finish this. What socialism doesn't work in the face of is human fucking nature.
Yeah, that's what I was about to get to.
Mhm.
In
I
America,
agree, totally.
that's not gonna work because you can't get everybody on the same fucking page.
No.
America does not work when everybody's on the same
Yeah.
page.
No.
This place was born out of conflict, and conflict is what keeps it going.
And it's born off of the fucking backs of the unfortunate.
There's
slaves.
all-
There's always got to be a mud seal
Yeah.
underclass.
It always got to be the lowest niggas, the lowest.
It's always
common
gotta be
But see,
That's how
the
the country
Yeah.
gets.
But see, the thing with America is America was the first nation on earth to unabashedly tell niggas, hey, if you can get it how you live, nigga,
Go out there and do
Yep.
it.
go out. You can live like a king if you got enough hustle and hate in your heart, you can live like a
Yeah.
king.
If you're willing to kill niggas,
Hey, niggas come to
if you're willing to kill niggas, you can get shit done.
princes leave their homelands to come to America and be a pauper. Why? Because where else would you want to be?
America.
I'm
America,
saying,
the land of opportunity.
I
You
just
know
saying
what?
you'd rather be broke here than
Alexandria
anywhere else.
Ocasio-Cortez just said people don't make billions, they take billions.
That's
yeah,
right.
that's funny. What's funny?
It's just easier that way.
What's funny about that is I'd like for
Like,
Alexandria
nice Rolls Royce. nigga.
Ocasio-Cortez to explain to me where did all those Chinese communists get their billions from?
Yep.
Where did all those fucking Cuban billionaires get their money from? Where the fuck did Fidel Castro get all that money from to live in the palace while people was eating rations? We got the most fucking literate people on earth. Yeah, everybody reading the same fucking red pamphlet.
Mhm.
Where did all those fucking Russian billionaires?
That sound like Korea.
Right.
Hey,
Wrong
this-
rice.
the fucking Kim family has ruled Korea for 70 years. God knows how much money that they got. Did the people just give it to them or did they take it?
They took
took
it.
that
They
See,
took
like
it.
I said, man, as far as organizing people, this shit works.
I mean, if you got a nuke, that's 90% of the fight right there.
Yeah, but I mean, what? Everybody ain't got nukes though, man.
Everybody ain't got nukes, but if you got one, you won half the fight right there. You could take over a small country or two, allegedly.
Oh, man. We got a couple people talking shit in the chat. Look at some.
Oh, that's what you're trying to get me to look at.
Let's go into the. Can we read some of the comments? I can't read from here.
Hold on, I can put it up on the phone. What y'all motherfuckers talking about?
Let's get into this
Hey, is it-
saucy underground baby.
Shout out David Musa. Shout out Juan.
David Musa in the
Mr.
goddamn
2-5.
Hey,
Kevin.
David.
Hey, Dave.
That's
Yasser.
BFF.
Miles.
That's my BFF.
Kenneth.
Shout
Flip, of course. Boone.
Shout out to Flip. Shout out to Flip, dog.
He probably in there causing all kind of
Flip
problems.
probably the real agent of
He
chaos.
probably just in there cussing them out. That's probably
Is
what-
Flip going in? I know Flip going in.
we got 43 comments.
My nigga Flip going in.
But I mean,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I heard y'all got a lot of French listeners.
Yeah.
Is this true? Yeah.
We got a
French
French
enough.
connection. I don't understand it.
I love them.
Y'all got a lot of French listeners?
Yeah, we got a lot of
That's
French
cool.
listeners.
Yeah, I got a. I
Sacre
don't know
bleu.
if any French niggas gonna call up here because I want to confirm it.
What you want to confirm?
This nigga
See how
Flip.
many French. I want to make sure it ain't robot French
Yeah,
robot.
This
French
nigga,
robot.
this nigga Flip said real Naker shit.
Real
Shout out to
nigga shit.
Ernest. Shout out to
Naker
Amir.
Nation.
Yeah, what thinking about Kobe and that Naker shit? That bitch said the N-word.
Listen, man, I've heard several people online talk about, well, if you slow down the audio.
Man, shut up.
she
Shut
said
up, old
niggas.
nigga.
Listen,
She said she know what she said.
Listen,
Said niggas.
listen,
All right.
listen.
That bitch probably say that every day.
Kobe Bryant
Make her
played
teeth white.
for the same fucking team for 2 decades.
You can't
There's
fuck the
no
name up.
way for you to fuck up your tongue don't even hit the roof of your mouth the same way.
There's no N in Lakers, nigga.
None.
None.
No in
None.
at all.
Yeah.
What was you watching before? What was you
someone
watching
was trying
before
to
you
argue.
went to work,
Said she
man?
went. She was looking at the Knicks.
That's what she said.
He
That's
never
what
played
they-
for the fucking
That's what I'm
Knicks.
saying. But that's what I'm saying. But I mean, to them, they think they all
So,
look
so
the same.
it's either one or two
Get
ways.
her the fuck up out of here.
I mean, I'm with you. I'm like, get that
Here
bitch up
is
out
the
of here.
severity of her fuck up. It's either racist or sexist. It's racist from the standpoint of, you know what you said, and we know what it sounds like, and I'll slow the goddamn tape down to know what you said. Or it's sexist approach it. See, this is why women shouldn't be fucking telegraphing sports anyway. It's fucked
Well,
up, man.
she's not a sportscaster. She's
She's
a
a
newscaster.
newscaster.
What she
Yeah,
wants to
she's
say
not
is
a
a bunch of
sports-
niggas just died on a helicopter.
Yeah.
That's the way I took it.
But you know, a bunch of like racists, they get stripes when they do something like that on air.
I mean, she
She got her wings.
She most
She was
Got her
on,
definitely.
wings. She got her hood.
But she was
She-
on a
I
progressive
mean,
news
it happened to
channel,
Don Imons.
She
What
was
you
on
mean?
MSNBC.
I feel like that nigga got his
Progressive,
wing.
progressives are the biggest racists on earth.
She got her
She
wings.
got her cape and her
She
fucking
got
hood.
she initiated. I mean, I feel like that.
They got
Imons.
they got a corner office waiting for her at Breitbart right now. Hey, don't talk about my nigga Imons.
And I could talk about that owl nigga if I want to.
He did look like a fucking
Look like a fucking
Yeah,
owl.
he did.
The only thing he's famous for is saying nappy headed hoes.
Nappy-
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
the
all I
only
know.
reason I know.
I don't know what he did before that.
Well, he didn't need to.
He's been a radio
He
host.
got his wings.
Established radio host before that.
Yeah, he was proto Howard Stern.
Proto-
I'm gonna
Yeah.
keep it real. I didn't follow the nigga until he got saucy.
I mean, that's most
He was
people.
about to
Like,
die
why would
then.
you follow
That wasn't
him?
his first time though. He's always said some
Don Imus
Yeah.
ain't never gonna say
crazy
some
shit.
shit.
Don
that most
Imus looked how a fucking Johnny Cash song sounded, my nigga.
Yeah, he did.
If an old white nigga was a Ford Model T, that's what
A Ford Model T, old ass white man.
that nigga can stay with Wranglers.
But yeah, man, like, but I mean, it just feeds into why niggas don't fucking watch the news now.
They want the call-in number.
the call-in number.
Who they want?
Who want to call in?
I don't even
Who
know.
who they want?
Hey, Swin.
The call-in number is 734-274-5888. There you go.
Say it one more game.
Say, all right,
please.
say it one more time for the niggas in the
734
back. The knackers in the back.
734 area code 274-5888.
I'm trying to hear some French niggas if y'all out there.
S'il vous plaît.
Okay, so what? Who
Soccer
speaks
Please
French?
speak
Which one of y'all
English.
speak French?
I don't.
I speak
I
French.
I don't
I don't
French.
speak.
I can
Taylor,
un-
you speak
I
French?
speak.
I can
fluent
I
French.
know a
Fluently?
little bit.
I can
Yeah,
understand
fluid.
it, but I can't speak it.
Talez-vous and that's all I remember.
I don't. I
You're
never.
not gonna, you're
I
not gonna say
never
nothing in
spoke.
French.
I'm
I
not
No,
guess.
why would I?
Brown.
You just gonna leave
You
it
just gonna be
there.
like, you just gonna be like, yeah, what up, French
Right,
niggas?
That,
Y'all niggas cool in French?
that is called being a liar.
How many?
Ooh.
All right, I got to put. How many?
You
French
trying to
people
call
do
him
y'all
out?
Black men
know?
did
Yes.
lie, or was that
He
black
trying
men
to call
don't
you
cheat?
out.
Live in America.
Nah,
Cheat.
black
We
men
lie.
don't
Oh,
cheat.
Black men don't cheat. We lie.
Black
Y'all
men don't
lie?
cheat.
Okay,
No.
y'all lie. Gotcha.
Speaking of
They don't cheat.
lies, did anybody watch the Grammys?
We lie to a
No.
chick.
Hell no.
Hell no.
No,
Fuck
I
I
crap.
really
not.
didn't give a fuck
I'm a
about
black
the
man
Grammys.
I
in
saw
America.
Billy Porter's outfit, and that was about it.
Of
That's
course,
that nigga's
of
name.
course.
That's the nigga with the chandelier on his fucking head.
Yeah.
You talking about,
The curtain opened up on
You
his
talking
side.
about
Like,
talking about Kung Lao?
that's the nigga who wore the black
I
dress.
was thinking the same thing.
That's
He
the
wore
nigga
the
who wore the black
tuxedo
dress.
dress.
At a,
He wore the tuxedo dress.
I'm
Yeah.
getting sick of this nigga.
Definitely
Dog.
black.
I'm over it.
You
I
talking
don't
about the
care.
nigga that
I'm
dressed
over
like a
it.
Destiny character?
He's a leader.
Yes.
He's a star in Pose.
I'm sick of
It
this
is what
nigga.
it
Star on
It-
what?
It's getting
It's a show
old.
on
I don't
Netflix
want to hear this
called
nigga no
Pose.
It's
more.
a trans
Pose, yeah.
show.
it's a trans.
We're
It's a
gonna.
trans show.
This ain't my show. Y'all
Is
can
it,
fuck
is
it.
it a trans show or is it a modeling show? What is
It's a
it?
trans show.
It's a
I've
model.
never seen it. I
it's
just
a
know that
model-
he's on it.
It's
I don't
a
know
show
what
with
I don't
trans
know what it's
people.
about.
Yeah, it's a modeling show, and it
That's what
has
it
it
is.
has several prominent characters that also
Damn,
have
nigga,
to
you
be
just
trans.
put it right in the trans.
Yeah.
They trans show. It's a
It's
trans
a
show.
modeling show first,
Oh
right?
fuck.
It's a trans model show.
Man, the letters about
Fuck
to be
it.
What
in
you want me
these
to say?
comments.
Something else, nigga.
There's trans motherfuckers on the show and they model it.
But yeah, Billy
Okay,
Porter,
all of them. Never
Lil
mind.
What
Nas
the fuck,
X,
Drum? Really?
Billy Eilish.
Fuck it, dog.
So I've never heard a single Billie Eilish song. I don't even know if that's how you
Yeah,
pronounce her
I haven't
last
Billie
name.
Eilish?
I think it's
Eilish.
I think
Hey,
that
low
Eilish.
key, I
That bitch
listened
is
to
troll.
I
her.
like her. I like the song. she
Ted
has
got
on
something to
here.
say.
Hey, I listened to her literally right before I came here because somebody had one of those YouTube videos where they take the person without them having auto tune on, and then their
Mhm.
voice with them auto tuned on. Everybody else they pick all those. I can't even name them because I don't listen to none of that shit.
Right.
But they got to her, and she was actually legit, like no auto
She
tune.
can
She
actually
sounds
sing.
just
She
like
can
her.
sing.
I mean, well, it's different levels of sang. Like
she got a
can't
good
sing,
voice.
but
Her
she's
voice sounds
a-
like a recording.
Yeah, it sounds just like
Okay.
a recorder,
Fair
and
enough.
it's
So it's close
for what
enough.
she's aiming for. It's legit. Like
And
that.
she like
That-
a
Ain't she like
17-year-old white
17?
girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
17. Yeah, she's just a little kid.
Little
That's what's
kid.
up.
Yeah.
See, she's singing about what everybody was going through when they was 17, talking about falling into darkness and shit. Like,
Yeah, she looked like she see dead people.
Okay.
and
What's
shit.
that one
What?
chick?
Okay.
people
No,
go
Some
I
Slit Your-
wasn't
some-
talking about that at
some
17.
Slit Your
Falling
Wrist
into
music?
darkness.
Oh no,
Like,
you
She
people
look
go-
like she look like
Emo,
she
emo
like
sparkle.
just
Emo,
being
maybe.
suicidal.
hold on. So
Oh, emo.
People
So
go
Sparkle-
through it.
What? Falling into darkness
That's the
means
same shit.
like selling my soul to Satan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sometimes
Yes.
they-
No, I was emo and on my period and depressed.
You never tried to make a deal with the devil.
Never.
Ever.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I've
So-
been
Did you think about
depressed
it?
as the fuck.
Did you think about it though?
So when
I
you
mean,
was on your
Niggas, you don't make
period,
a deal with the
I
devil.
don't know. I
Hey,
think
I
it's
know.
levels to
Motherfuckers
emo.
out
though.
trying to play the saxophone. and
Clearly, he
It's
was like
levels.
Lifehouse
Yeah.
emo.
Oh, I've
I
been through
was
a lot of
like,
shit.
look,
He
Mal,
was like hot
Look.
topic emo.
yeah,
Niggas talk
right, like
That's what
cute,
you is?
trendy
Trying to be
emo.
cute?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was a cute.
No, he was real. He was
He
real
was
emo.
about to take his fucking life.
Yeah.
That's what's
gonna give it to the devil. Like,
that's what's funny to me.
Same
Sparkle.
difference.
niggas
That's
talk
what's
to Mal
funny to
Boja
me.
all the time.
I'm gonna go over here now.
Oh wow, that's what's funny to me. So I have not heard any of her songs, but I've seen all the satanic imagery and everything. Because of course that's like shout out to the Illuminati niggas out there, and you know who you are. My conspiracy theory spreading, fear mongering ass niggas that can point out every triangle, covered eyeball, and all this other shit.
Covered eyeball, goat with their hands up. And shit.
You know what I'm saying? See, the goofiest of these niggas be like niggas like Hobson. I remember when Hobson and that
Oh God.
funny
Not
looking nigga Bizzle, the fucking gangster Christian rapper, and all these clowns.
Bizzle.
So it was
Bizzle.
so like between
What's that,
'99.
You lost me at
So nigga
Hobson.
that
You sound
went,
like a
this nigga that
juggalo.
went at Jay-Z.
Yeah, he went at a couple. He went at Jay-Z and he went at Ross, like
Mhm.
rapping over they beats and talking about God, like you gonna pay and you devil.
Didn't
and-
M this Hobson?
No,
No.
Hobson is an M.
Hobson's an M.
He's an M
Stan.
Stan.
He's
So
a
the
Stan.
funny part
Okay.
about it was right around the time that Hobson was saying all these other artists are sellouts and you know what I'm saying, they devil worshippers and Eminem is the GOAT. M came out with an album where he was wigging. And what did Hobson have to say about that? Not a goddamn thing.
Mhm.
Standing.
That nigga Hobson.
So he wasn't a
afterthought. Nah, he
Nah.
wasn't a juggaloo.
It's just see my thing is
They talking about no juggalos. nigga.
Juggaloo.
my thing is I entertain
they fans are weird.
niggas talking about the Illuminati and all the other dumb shit because niggas don't know what the fuck they talking about. Technically, the Illuminati ain't existed since 1776 when Adam Weishaupt and the Bavarian Illuminati got
You
taken
know that
down.
shit ain't
Wait.
done.
I have to go by what's on paper, bro.
Man, fuck that.
If anything, niggas is LARPing
Well, hold
secret societies that's been going for
Why
300
would it be
years.
on
like the
paper,
stone
though?
cutters.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Like the
How
Stonecutters
secret
from the
is a
Clips.
secret society if everybody knows
Know
all
about
the
it.
fucking
Everybody know
names
about
and
it.
hand
Yeah.
gestures?
And how secret is society when they let niggas in? They ain't letting no
They
niggas
ain't gonna let no.
Nah.
They ain't gonna let no niggas in the big
Hell
house.
no.
They ain't gonna let
Y'all
in the big
niggas
house.
can warm the seat.
They can start my car.
They eat black embryos.
Yeah. Oh God.
Oh God.
Shout
They
out,
doing shit like
shout
that
out to
over
the homie Alex Jones for Bohemian Grove. Now that shit was pure comedy.
I think
Hey,
the
free
Queen.
my
Of,
nigga. Free my nigga Jones.
I think the Queen of England doing shit like that. That's why she's still alive.
Oh, Prince Charles, you
Oh,
seen
she
that? nigga?
she Morbius. That bitch. That bitch is succubus.
Apocalypse or some shit. Nigga.
Prince Charles do look like a
Cause-
vampire.
I think we said this before. She was old when I was a kid.
Low
nigga.
key, they based Underworld off her.
No.
Shout out to that nigga Victor from Underworld.
Ooh.
That nigga was the
Marcellus, you
goat.
a legend,
nigga.
man.
That's
Nas
one of my
Ferrara,
favorite
too, nigga.
characters.
That's the OG girl's dad, nigga.
that right cross.
You look up getting fired on
That
the
right cross.
dictionary,
Woo!
The
you gonna
snake.
see Victor firing on my man for laughing at him.
He socked that nigga jaw.
He was the original race. He was the original racist too. It's funny because the big black dude in those Underworld movies is the one that
He wrote the
He
movie.
wrote
yeah.
it. Yeah.
and like the werewolves was supposed to be niggas. So like when they was asking
All animals supposed
when
to be
they was
niggas.
asking Victor that shit.
Okay, here we go.
I'm
And
just
shout out
saying,
to
all
the
animals-
homie.
Not a lie.
Okay, I got somebody brought it up in the in the comments
What's going on?
about Dr. Umar and Kobe.
Oh, fuck Umar.
God, this nigga,
Fuck
dog.
Umar.
He ain't middle of school
Fuck
yet,
that
dog. Ain't
nigga.
nobody trying to hear that shit.
Ain't nobody trying to hear that
Hey,
nigga
Dr.
pandering.
Umar,
Fuck.
He's been on helicopter.
Umar, yeah.
He's been on helicopter.
Has he?
Yeah.
I've been on helicopter.
Has
I'm
he?
just saying.
I've been on helicopters.
Man,
He's been on helicopter.
I've been on wheel coasters.
He's been on
Okay,
helicopter. How many
okay.
times you seen the propeller fall off a helicopter?
Fuck Umar.
Never. Off
Don't
of
nobody
Kobe's.
want to hear this.
Because he's
nigga.
been on helicopter.
No, see, listen.
All the helicopters.
If you
Dr.
believe- if you
Pepper is
believe
better
that-
than Dr.
He's been on
Umar.
every
Yeah.
We
helicopter.
have to entertain.
Every helicopter.
If you
we-
believe that, I've been on a spaceship.
We
too.
have to
Right.
entertain niggas like
We don't
Dr.
have to do
Umar.
shit
Let
but
me
stay
tell-
black and die.
Let me tell you why. It's a part of the stay black and die
Preach.
ideology. Here's why we have to entertain niggas like Dr. Umar, because Umar Johnson facilitates
fuck
and
with Umar. I don't care
represents.
I don't fuck with that.
Just
nigga.
listen.
That's why I don't fuck with you.
Ooh, I don't
She
fuck
be
with
hating.
you.
She be hating.
We have
Little stupid
to
ass.
consider and entertain niggas like Umar because he serves as the greatest fucking example of Umar Johnson could be standing in front of you, telling you the God's honest fucking truth. But because this dumb nigga has taken a bazooka to his own feet, no one will believe you.
Yeah, he ruined his own
He shot
reputation.
himself.
This is why at a certain point you
How's
can't.
that school, Umar?
Exactly.
Exactly.
How's that
Hey.
school, you
Yeah.
bitch
Look,
ass nigga?
just because he got a phone that talks by itself doesn't mean,
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
This is why you don't put cameras in front of everybody.
I'm just waiting for the
I hate
I'm just
that
waiting
nigga.
for the right self-hating white billionaire to give Umar some money so he can destroy himself.
Since we talking about Umar, I mean, all the conspiracy theorists about Kobe.
What's
is-
the conspiracies?
There's no conspiracy.
It's a bunch of
It's
It's a
conspiracy.
bunch of them.
I've seen a bunch of them.
yeah, I've seen a bunch of them.
Especially
I'm
about
saying,
the
I seen them
NBA.
too, but like
bring them
the
to the
No,
table.
they're all-
nigga was flying when he wasn't supposed to.
Yeah, that's
crashed
what
to the
that-
side of a
yeah.
hill.
Right.
Shit happened.
I
That's
mean,
it.
Here's my
people
thing.
saying he
Here's my
was
thing.
assassinated.
Because people can't just accept tragedy as tragedy because
Yep.
it leaves them with too many questions.
When the reality of a situation outweighs the conspiracy, fuck the conspiracy. Look, I'm all for listening to you goofy niggas about motherfucking Nipsey Hussle and the fucking Dr. Sabi documentary
Oh, God.
and
Yeah.
all that other shit. But
I'm
guess
so
what?
entertained by that.
But guess what? Nipsey Hussle chose to stay in the hood and help niggas who couldn't appreciate his charity, generosity, and his overall vision. And at the end
It's
of
just
the
good
day,
entertainment.
a male straggle daggle piece of shit Pookie and Ray Ray
Shot him.
came
Yeah.
up and shot him. His
I think it's
bodyguards
the
were slipping.
same
Everybody
appeal
was
of, like,
slipping.
Bad ideas.
And not
Get
to derail
motherfuckers
your
killed.
conversation, but what happened to him, to Eric Holder?
He in jail
Yep.
right now.
Yeah, he's in
For
yeah.
life.
Ain't they killing up his family right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
They
because he's a
fucking him up.
gangbanger. See,
Yeah,
that's
he's a game picker. That shit was gonna
Part of
happen
the game.
anyway.
Yeah.
that's
Part of the
another
game.
thing, man.
Mhm.
That
Part of the game.
yeah, and see, that's like I said, when the reality of life outweighs the conspiracy, in order to properly respect the dead, I can either say, hey, Nip died under some fucked up circumstances and the situation was just busted, R.I.P. Nip, or I can say, well, you see, brother, the Dr. Sabi documentary, brother.
It sound better.
And
It
you know,
sound better.
the white man had it out for Nipsey. Like if
The
the
white.
white
Just
man
throw your
truly
kufi
had
on
it
and go
out
in.
for
He
Nipsey
would have gotten as
Hussle,
far as he got.
he would have never gotten as far as
Yep.
he did. You know how many
They
other
got rid of his
Nipsey
ass.
Hustles it is? It's probably a Nipsey Hussle in Anchorage, Alaska right now with bars. No, nobody knew who the fuck that nigga is.
Anchorage,
Because ain't no
Alaska.
lit sets in Alaska, nigga.
Hell no.
Yeah.
They really blew up there.
Shut the fuck up,
Jesus, nigga.
But
They
yeah,
rockin' blue
but
on-
people
not on
like people
purpose.
love conspiracies. I mean, that's why that whole Tupac and Biggie thing was so relevant for so long. Like
Yeah.
niggas just love to.
And it didn't help that crooked ass
They made a
cops.
TV show about
Yeah.
it, movies, all that shit.
I mean, the streets got to eat. Niggas got to
Yeah.
eat. Like they be like, man, I got to sell something. You know what I'm saying?
I just think it's
Streets ain't eating off
interesting.
that shit.
I
That's
just
white
think-
man making movies.
Sparkle said it
Streets was
right.
eating.
I think it's
Niggas
Niggas
can't just
making
let it go.
T-shirts and all type of shit.
I
Streets
think-
was
Yeah,
eating.
I
I
think-
eat that.
I think it's interesting when they come up with all these conspiracy theories and all this shit when it's just niggas dying on nigga shit.
Yep.
You know, it's just like sometimes nigga shit just happen.
This is a conspiracy with them. They brought the dope and the goods in the hood. Nigga, who told you to chop up and sell the dope and slap the banana clip in the yapper and start shooting niggas? They didn't drop instruction manuals
It
with
was the
them
man.
shits.
It was the
Right.
man.
It was
Hey.
the man.
Hey, Darky, hey, come get this fucking AK-47 and these 3
and
slabs.
don't shoot me,
Hey, Darky.
but shoot each
Yeah,
other.
shoot each other, but not me.
But not me.
Even though we still come down and buy this shit too.
Of
Right.
course.
Dog, niggas still buy Chinese food. I don't want to hear
Exactly.
shit about
With no
motherfucking
truck.
You do
With
that to
no
yourself,
truck.
dog.
I mean,
pulling up.
sometimes you just gotta, be reckless. You know,
Sometimes you said.
I mean,
you said the key word.
Hey,
Sometimes.
No.
Knacker's going
A
knack.
These niggas going 90%
nigga can
reckless.
be as reckless as he
90%.
wants as long as he is willing to eat the charges.
I agree.
Speaking,
But that was my comment was about the Chinese
have a
food, not about
transition.
taking somebody's
Oh,
life.
I-
I have a
feel you.
transition, everyone.
Go ahead.
I like egg
Speaking
rolls.
of people being reckless as they want to be, Orlando Brown
Ooh.
is in the news.
Who?
That nigga is crazy.
Oh, the dude from
Orlando Brown from
That's So
That's So
Raven?
Raven. Yeah.
The little boy from Major Pain they got
Uh,
put in the
The
fucking
nigga that's
full nose.
supposedly exposing the homophobe.
The
Let's just call
homophobe, yeah.
let's just
Pretty
call
much.
it what
Apparently,
it is.
What? I don't know what happened.
Apparently,
Yeah,
your
a lot
boy
of shit.
Nick topped him off.
Nick and
Nick
Denny and
Allegedly.
allegedly. But see,
Allegedly.
here's the thing. Are we gonna listen to a crackhead or are we gonna listen to a crackhead?
Oh,
Like
shit.
telling me the truth and telling me jokes is
It's the
is
Clone
told
Wars.
two different things.
We listening to two clone niggas.
Shit is funny though. I can't lie. This
But it
nigga
goes back
has
to
been
bazooka
cracking
feet.
up. He's blowing his own feet up.
Thank
Bazooka feet.
Hashtag bazooka feet. That's
Hashtag.
we
Yeah.
might name this fucking show bazooka feet.
Yeah, he definitely shot himself, especially after that video he released of him singing. I think he was in Brazil, and everybody wants to come to America.
See, everybody,
Oh, yeah, I've seen
everybody just releasing goofy shit. Like, bro, I didn't know to trail back to some shit I said I wouldn't bring up. I didn't know the name of the fucking woman that accused Kobe Bryant of rape until she came out with a fucking mixtape.
Oh
Mixtape.
man, when you
She was
sing that
rapping
shit,
about it?
2010 rapping
Yep.
about it.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
She
But
dropped
he
the
has a
disc.
freestyle video.
She has a video.
But did
Talking
she
about
have
getting
bars
raped.
though?
How many women you
No, she had
know?
no bars. It was
Y'all-
trash.
was
I mean,
y'all
but
doing this?
It was trash, bro.
How many? How many?
I didn't make the face.
How
I ain't
many
gonna lie.
rape
I ain't make the
victims?
face.
How many rape victims do you know?
That's got a fire
Y'all
mixtape.
gotta scroll down.
No,
You
that's
got
not what I was about to
98,
say.
80 or 81.
Y'all ain't never been raped. Y'all.
Let me see that mouse player.
Y'all got
You
people
don't
who
know that.
asking for the number who want to call in.
The number to call
French
in if you
niggas.
goofy niggas is
There better
still
not be no
listening.
French niggas.
734-274-5888.
This is America.
He said French.
International charges apply.
That's 734-274-5888.
Sir.
Villain and Macho, if y'all can, put the number in the chat.
Serge Ibaka ass nigga.
Yeah, I let him do it. He got his
Tony
open
Parker ass nigga. Okay.
Yeah, it's already open.
Hey, if Leon the professional out there,
All the Frenches. All the French.
Hey, that would
niggas.
be dope.
Hey, some
Yeah,
French
like a
maids
Leon.
need to call
hey,
in.
you got the
know
Leon
what
glasses on.
No,
Somebody
that's like
said
my
fuck. What
trademark
does that
now.
say?
Yeah.
This nigga James Roberts is speaking in French. Don't.
Oh, let's go.
Oh,
Dome.
maybe that's a,
That's probably him.
Yeah, James.
he the
yeah.
only
He
French.
the only
nigga.
French nigga that.
This
Somebody
nigga,
said bonjour, motherfuckers.
It was probably
French enough for me.
this nigga
Right.
Flip put the number in the comments
In the
already.
comments already.
Yeah.
Shout out to Flip, dog.
Our
Flip,
mascot with his whole ass.
shout out to Flip, man. Flip been holding
I
us
got a
down.
mascot.
Yep, Flip. We got to get him a costume.
Oh
or
my
something.
Definitely
God.
mascot, bro.
Yeah, we got to get him
We
something.
got 135 comments.
It's like Green Man.
Yeah, this shit.
And
And
lit.
most
Sunday
of them are
Philadelphia.
just Nakers gonna Nate.
Nakers gonna
Nakers
Nate.
go
Nakers
Nate.
go Nate.
That's what we should name the show. Nakers go Nate.
Yeah, you
We
got
gonna
to.
get kicked off YouTube.
I'm gonna put a graphic up.
Anchorage
y'all-
has
did-
hood niggas. Really, James?
Did y'all see the Niggasaurus?
Yes.
What is
The
that?
nigga source.
Is that like the
they
color-
Oh, the
they
one
don't
that
eat
eats
weed.
weed and
The
shit.
Yeah.
dinosaur with 500
That
teeth.
shit's not real, bro.
It's gotta be.
Nigga, ain't none of the dinosaurs real,
Is,
dog.
he,
enough.
is this like
It's about as real as
is-
that Jurassic Park movie.
is this like the baby?
No, it was
Is
actually
this like the
a question,
baby
like, nigga, you
dinosaur?
gotta be-
No, it's a grown. It's supposed to be a
All them
big
teeth?
ass. It's supposed to be a big ass dinosaur that just eat weed.
That nigga
plants.
had burnt
Wow.
lips too.
Yeah, I mean
A
a
gollywogasaurus.
niggasaurus. Yeah, niggasaurus. Dog.
Speaking of saurus, that coronasaurus. What's it called?
Coronavirus.
Coronavirus?
Okay, there you go.
I mean, it,
So,
there you
know
go.
what?
It
The
might as well be
correlation, it might as well
coronavirus.
is from Mexico.
Corona- the
bullshit.
Killing everybody
coronavirus,
like Godzilla.
the coronavirus, aka SARS 2.0.
Yeah, it's a bunch of bullshit.
That's what. Okay. Oh, all right. So it's not just me. I thought this.
Yeah, it's
was
just-
I feel like
or the
they're
bird
just trying
flu.
to build another
It's
hype
horse
for
shit.
fear.
Yes.
So here's the thing.
Somebody told me the cure for the coronavirus
With Heineken,
was Lyme disease.
All you
Was lime
talk,
juice.
That's
what you
hilarious.
talking about here, that is funny.
but like
What you talking about here is something that's being put out there so motherfuckers ain't looking at something else. And it's not some conspiracy theory shit, it's some real shit.
So
Like,
how do y'all feel about that shit? Like the whole distracting you from another thing.
Well, I'm not
thing.
stupid.
Do you
so
always feel like it's something distracting you, or do you feel like
It's
it's just
real.
sometimes
Yeah.
some shit is real,
I think
but
it's real.
sometimes shit
Just
is
because
a
China
distraction.
just built 1,000 bed hospital in 2
10,000?
days.
10,000.
That's
Yeah.
Listen,
That's not really
Listen.
a feat though.
That's a fact.
I'm about to.
I know motherfuckers here that can do that, and they might not be here legally, but they can do that.
Yeah,
You talking about
I'm
some
about to contribute to the hate
You
train.
said
talking
not
about all
me,
of
nigga.
Texas.
I'm about to contribute to the hate train with
Talking
B
about
Dub for
some
real. When you got 150 million disposable niggas at any
Exactly.
one time, bro, you can
Ain't like that a
literally
shortage of motherfuckers.
you
that
can
just-
literally have shifts of niggas
They make the gym shoes and the t-shirts.
gluing
There's a
together,
million of them.
gluing
Millions.
together cardboard. And I mean, look,
Fucking shoes we wearing
At
right now is
first-
made by them. What do you think they can make a fucking house?
at first the Chinese said that the shit wasn't
Yes.
a major thing. Then we found out that they motherfucking quarantined a city of 11 million people and couldn't even account for 5 million people that fled. Then they shut down the internet again. And then when the pictures started leaking of motherfuckers dead in the streets and dead in the hospitals, and these are Chinese doctors linking this shit all over. Then it's
I saw that.
now we gonna build a hospital.
Bunch
And
of
build
bullshit.
it in 2
One of
days.
the
You
quarantiners
niggas putting
was talking
together a
about that.
cardboard house of the dying is meaningless.
Cardboard house.
I say just nuke them.
If they don't have a cure, that's all. I mean, if you don't have a cure,
Nuke some
that's
of
all.
them
That
niggas,
that's
dog.
all that building serves. The purpose for it. Put dead niggas in.
Yeah.
There's no cure, right?
Shout out
It's
to Tarantino.
Now watch.
Shout out to Resident
Watch whatever
Evil.
you
Or I was
ain't
about to say
looking
Umbrella
at.
Corp.
Watch whatever you ain't looking at. Once that shit goes away, oh yes, no more cases. That shit's gone.
Yeah, because they all dead in the same place.
'Cause it popped up. And it went from being only over there. Then it was in It's in Canada.
It's
It's
Europe.
in America now.
It's America.
Yeah, it's in
2 or
America.
3 days.
Chicago. Was it
Them
Chicago?
niggas be traveling here.
Look,
I mean,
all
it's bound to happen.
of the
Bunch of bullshit. bro.
entertainment is distraction in and of itself. So to answer what you said earlier, we could watch the news 24 hours a day and be totally informed and oblivious to what's really going on, because the news can only catch you up on shit that's already happened.
True.
And I mean, you can either watch the news all day or you can watch sports all day and not know a goddamn thing except what's going on in the sports world. And it's just pick and choose what you want to look at, but don't denounce some shit when it's true, especially if it can enrich your life. That's not to say believe every fringe ass I'm a descendant Umar conspiracy.
I'm a descendant.
Well, I don't know. My
Umar
life
lit. I don't care
philosophy
what
is
you
eat
talking
the
about.
meat and spit out the bones.
Yes.
Mm.
They said Umar's
Okay, I
philosophy
like that.
is see,
Interesting.
sister, we gotta chew on the bones, like the ancestors said.
See, where'd
for
you get the
nutrients.
bones from,
See,
my
the,
sister?
The white man told you that the
See,
bones
the
was
bone
bad.
marrow.
You
because
could make
he
your
gonna
own
collect
bones.
the bones himself.
Make your
Back in
own
the day,
bones.
the
You could make your
melanin
own bones.
with our
We didn't
melanin,
need they bones.
we used to be able to generate our own bones with the melanin.
Tell her, brother.
Hey, you fired, man.
I can't listen to that nigga, dog.
I can't.
Shout out to
I
the
can only
con-
do maybe like
shout-
2 minutes.
Shout out
That
to the
nigga be shit. I
conscious
don't care
stripper
what
though.
Oh, you talking about the one that got him caught up?
Shout out to the
Yeah.
Esther that caught
That
that,
caught
nigga
that
up.
nigga.
Caught him
Look,
up.
Yeah.
y'all don't know her struggle.
You know they gonna make a movie out of that.
They
bitch,
got
right?
to.
They
She
got to.
I hope they
so
She
so this
infiltrated
nigga,
that nigga like
this
Solid
nigga
Snake.
went to social media scrambling.
She is
There
right.
was a basketball player and his people contacted me and they had $1 million check and it was in my hands. But this maggot lying on me, the smirch on my
A maggot.
He called what's
he
name?
called
Maggot.
it. Was she a maggot before or after you stuck your
Fuck,
raw dick in her,
in her.
Umar?
Yeah,
He
Umar
raw
Was
dogged
she a
it too?
Yeah, he
maggot?
did.
Was she a maggot
Raw
before
burger.
or
Come on,
after?
dog.
That would be after.
Raw?
500, Alex.
Was she a maggot before or
Niggas just
after
don't care
you
about
sent
their
her all those
He's like,
sex
because the white
messages?
man made
No.
the condom.
No, they do not.
White man made. Well, they it again.
That's what the white man made the condom. So why would I put the condom?
They
on?
trying to sterilize
They
us,
trying to
brother.
sterilize us, brother.
See, back in the day, you could choose which sperms came out of your penis.
Right. I want this sperms, not that
I
sperm.
chose the warrior sperm. And that's how we ended up slaves.
We was kangs.
See,
We was kangs.
Motherfuckers.
we was kangs and now we knackers.
Now we
dog.
knackers.
Now we
Hey, he do
knackers.
be
Because-
talking like he
Far
about to
from
beat your
grace.
ass too. On top of it, like,
I
dude,
love-
I'm just
I love
listening to
her,
you.
dog. I don't care what y'all say.
Yeah,
Only
he did get
conspiracy
saucy in a
theories that I
couple
fuck with.
interviews.
You act like you about to square up with
It's
you.
like, damn, Umar.
Man,
I
the
love
comedian
him,
that passed like a year ago. Old head.
It's like, I'm not gonna take that
Was it?
coon. I'm not gonna take that
I know you're
rhetoric.
talking about.
Who?
He was a comedian.
Gregory
Gregory Hines.
Gregory
Hines.
No,
Gregory Hines the tap
no,
dance.
The
no.
tap-
Nigga.
Dick
but-
Gregory.
Dick Gregory.
Dick Gregory. There you go.
Oh, I do the same thing.
So
Hold on.
listen, I'm not.
I'm with you.
Dick Gregory.
Gregory Hines. I mean,
Dick-
Gregory.
Dick Gregory.
A whole bunch of
tap-
old black niggas named Gregory.
The tap dancing nigga with the
It is
hoop
an old
earring.
nigga name.
To
You
me-
don't see too many regular niggas nowadays named Gregory.
To me, his
Like,
name was
them
Dick
knackers all
Gregory.
the same.
To me, it's truly a tragic waste when comedians either die early from drugs or some dumb shit, because the true comedy goal
But that's when they
is
funny.
no. These niggas are at their most funniest and unhinged when they get too motherfucking old
Yeah.
and ink can hear
And
it.
they ain't got no
Like
time for this shit.
senile Dick Gregory and senile George Carlin is some of the most
Yes.
delicious shit that I've
Yes.
ever listened. And you literally just so
Not a
it's
lie.
one thing
All
for an
facts.
old dumb nigga to be talking at length, but an old dumb nigga that's actually still got a little bit of sharpness in his wits about him.
George Carlin, yeah.
That's my
That's the
favorite.
fave.
That's
Yep.
my
I
favorite.
had to go
Yeah,
back and look
Carl.
at it. I haven't
Carl's
seen
up
his.
there. He
I
my
haven't
top
seen
five.
some of this stuff. I'm gonna have to look it up.
George Carl?
Yeah, I haven't
Brilliant.
seen
They
his
hold
stuff.
up, man.
Fucking
Hold up.
brilliant, dog.
That's the first time hearing about him.
You ain't never
He's
heard
in,
of
he's
him?
in
I've
line
never
with
heard
like
of him.
Dave
Oh, my
Chappelle
damn.
and a lot of
Yeah, I've never heard of
Yeah,
him.
he'll sit there and have a conversation with you about some
Thank
real
you,
shit.
William.
Shout out
Very
to
smart.
shout out to Quincy Jones.
Oh.
You
All right,
talking
so,
about old senile niggas.
Well,
See,
that's-
Quincy
not a lie.
Quincy
How many
Jones.
times
Quincy
done put his
Jones
dick on
sitting there with
somebody?
slides on, with his legs folded, smoking a Virginia Slim, telling long dead niggas sex stories. Look, bro.
Ashtray, ashtray, bitch.
Let me tell you about the time Michael Jackson
Ashtray.
came up and buttered himself up.
Michael Jackson was buttery.
He was like, "You can't leave the house if I own it." Ashtray.
When he was talking about Marlon Brando busting allegedly.
Allegedly,
All that shit was
allegedly,
true, man.
allegedly.
That was all true.
Marlon
I
Brando
that don't
did
mean,
all
that
that
don't mean I
shit.
want to hear it.
He did everything. Marlon Brando did.
I don't
everything.
wanna hear about
Fuck.
He said he
Don't
was
nobody want to hear
Right.
about
He
said
Marlon
he fucked the
Brando's
mailbox.
old ass
Say it in the
balls.
mic.
He said he fucked the
The
mailbox.
writer that you said he was busted down. What's the famous
I
writer?
mean, it's Marlon Brando.
You fucking, I'm fucking.
Anything
That's
with a heartbeat.
Damn.
Anything would hurt.
If it's
I'm
got
not
a,
your nigga.
he's like, it's got a hole.
James Baldwin.
James Baldwin. Yeah.
Didn't Marlon
I know
Brando get arrested for that one scene in that one
When
movie?
did he not get arrested?
Was like you talking about in Something Like It Hot.
No. It was a movie. It was an old movie with this underage broad, and they found out she was like 13.
It's like half of
What's
LA.
the name of that movie?
I don't know about that shit.
That's Hollywood.
Right.
I
They
just
came
said
for
that. That's
that.
You
half
sure-
of
you
LA.
sure-
Right
I know
there.
Jeremy Irons
You
was
sure
in a
that
movie
wasn't
like
Roman Polanski?
Nah, fam. Google exists.
I'm googling it.
Go
Like I
ahead,
said,
look it up.
that's half of LA. That's got to be half of LA. Niggas getting rape culture and all that stuff.
Like it's like
Allegedly.
one of those classic movies too.
Allegedly won't save us for getting sued. I just say it off of TV.
No,
So
you
who from
gotta
Marlon
do what we do
Brando's
on our
estate gonna
podcast
come
and
after
just
us?
say legalese.
I like
Takes
legally.
care of
Legalese,
everything.
legalese.
It's about 11:25. Do you want
It says last tango in
Last
Paris.
Tango in Paris. That was it.
Rape scene was not consensual.
Yeah,
Woo.
he was on some fuck shit.
Woo,
Marlon Brando
yeah.
didn't give a
Let me see.
fuck.
That's the first thing that popped up when I googled it.
That's a
And then
fact.
that nigga played in Apocalypse Now and was talking about being a humanitarian. The plight of the Native Americans is just so unfair. It's
You know they
such
say
beautiful people.
Marlon Brando created acting, like the way that
Modern day act.
yeah, modern day acting, like how
Yeah.
He
people used
used
to
a
act
stick of butter.
Give me that.
to lube his shit up.
Yes.
Yeah.
He didn't give a fuck.
What? I know. a
What
bitch
year
used
was
some
this?
lip
I'm gonna have
gloss
to-
for
what?
anal, but that's a different story.
Yeah, no
Oh,
falls.
Who did that?
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
wait
We
a
talking about a
minute.
movie scene?
What
No,
year?
No,
Yeah.
wait a minute. Let's get back to the lip gloss.
You can't duck out on that one, Smart.
Wait a
I
minute.
don't
Wait-
even know if I can say
let's
that.
get
I'm
back to
trying-
the
I'm
lip
trying to get
gloss.
it out.
We about to get
Nah, I'm not-
thrown off everything.
Yeah,
I'm
we,
not gonna get it out.
We about to get thrown out like Jazzy Jeff, nigga.
it wouldn't
We
be the
don't have
first
any
time.
Crisco.
Anyway,
It wouldn't be the first time.
Fuck.
Y'all niggas is
Had
wild,
it.
man.
Had it.
I mean, this is what
Y'all
this-
fitting right in with this shit.
And
Really?
y'all-
He
Too
was
far,
he was
nigga.
a prototype Charlie Sheen.
He was
In
actually.
different ways.
Yeah.
So
Tiger's blood.
AIDS blood.
tomorrow is the last month. Tomorrow is the last day of January.
Winning.
We're
I'm
literally 1 month down into 2020. Saturday is gonna be the first day of Black History Month, aka 28 days of knackerdom. Y'all got any plans to celebrate?
29 days. this year.
29. It's 29. Ah, yes.
It's a leap year.
I'm getting the strap.
Yes.
I'm gonna get the strap.
Or you gonna shoot?
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot. I'm
Yeah,
gonna get the strap. Fuck that. Zombie land ain't about to happen on my watch.
I feel you on that.
Fuck
This-
that.
Got the coronavirus.
Got the corona.
Given everything that's,
Coronavirus, niggas with coronas, it don't matter.
given everything that's been happened in the last, I don't know, 10 years regarding Black people, is there anything for us to celebrate, or does Black History Month hold the same significance for us now?
I don't.
You
Think
got
I don't-
political
I was about to
movements.
say
You
no.
got political movements dividing people. You got shit like ADOS and Tariq Nasheed's fringe offshoot of ADOS, Foundational Black Americans, people that hold an exclusionary view of Black history should only count for Blacks that were here in and around slavery. And if your people weren't slaves here, because to be honest with you, a lot of Black people didn't get here until after niggas was getting sprayed with fire hoses and mauled by dogs. It was literally illegal from Black people from other countries around the world to come to America until after our grandfathers, grandmothers, and great grandfathers and grandmothers got their heads
asses beat.
beat in.
they trying to do the same thing now. You see that you trying to stop. Was it Nigerians or something coming to America?
Look, listen.
Uh-oh.
Don't talk about the
Uh-oh.
scamming.
I ain't gonna talk about the
Okay.
scammers, but what I'm gonna say is the
Streets gotta eat, baby.
the only group of Black people that goofy orange motherfucker in the Oval Office has not attacked yet is Black Americans. Haitians done caught that work. Nigerians done caught that work. Puerto Ricans done caught
And
that
I'm
work.
waiting on it. You right.
Yeah, it's facts.
As a matter of fact,
That's because knackers will come soon.
the goofy
You right.
motherfucker
knackers
did
will come
the
pull up.
goofy motherfucker did two
I'll
things
pull
of
up.
note worth last year. He introduced a bill. Barack didn't even do this.
I was just about to
He
say.
introduced a bill that would guarantee that historical Black colleges
I
would
saw that.
permanently be
Receive
funded
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
because like 40 of them had shut down
Yeah.
over the last 10
Yeah.
years.
Bennett College was like needed to be saved twice.
Yep.
What last year?
Niggas can't pay their
And
bills.
then he didn't tap
Well, nobody
dance
going to
around
Black
it.
College.
He didn't tap dance around it. He didn't offer no punk ass fucking euphemism about, well, we all came here and we all did the work. And that nigga literally said verbatim out of his own thin-lipped orange fucking mouth that you people, Black people, built this fucking country.
He should know because his grandfather was owned slaves.
No, his grandfather was an
a
immigrant.
KKK member.
No, his father was. His grandfather was an
grandfather
immigrant.
was an immigrant, right?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, fucking yeah.
And I
No
mean,
slaves.
that's why I ask these questions. Given the fact that I don't know, I totally and wholly believe that Donald Trump is going to win in November. Not because I want him to fucking win,
He's gonna win.
but because I trust America to
I mean,
be
he's
America.
fed, he's fed the goons.
Also, because
He's fed the goons.
the Democrats are not. So here's what's going to happen: the Democrats are not going to give Bernie Sanders the nomination. One,
Nope.
because he's not a fucking establishment Democrat.
He's too old. That nigga's just too old, bro.
No, if he was
Yeah,
if
he's
he was
just so
if he
far.
was a Democrat, like
He
pure-
win. He's an
win.
independent running on the
He's an
Democratic
independent
ticket.
running on Democratic
I don't
ticket.
What's
even
going to
know.
happen
That
is
nigga's on a
Hillary,
thread.
who they're
You
already
still
setting
think
up.
that's gonna happen?
Yes,
Yes.
I don't think that
Hillary
shit
and
gonna work.
Warren and Toe.
I don't
Okay.
think that Hillary shit gonna
See,
fizzle out.
Hillary and Warren, both
It'll be
together?
Warren and Hillary.
Not both of them.
It'll be Warren and
Girl
Hillary.
power.
You gotta
Once
put
it
a
be
man
vice,
on that
once
ticket
it'll
for
be
him to
power,
even have a
Sparkle.
chance.
Girl
Do
power.
you?
In this country,
Girl
or you
power.
don't?
Is everybody in this room acutely aware of who the Democratic Party panders to now? Because it's not men. It's not men.
It's the Hey Girl.
They already got the black
Yeah.
guy in, so
the hey,
Yeah.
hey girl,
Hey
Next.
Girl.
the hey girls and the women.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
So,
And the police.
that's a big pull.
and I mean,
they're
hey,
not gonna let Yang
hey,
win.
according to no,
Nah,
the Manchurian
no fucking
candidate,
way.
that nigga's a
the
joke.
Manchurian candidate,
and it's the
Right.
coronavirus.
and the
They
band
really ain't
that
gonna let him
listen.
win now.
I'm all,
I'm
I
all for a
heard
nigga
that.
give me
Yeah, I heard
$1,000 a month, but it's not gonna happen.
but he ain't gonna win.
He ain't gonna
Nah,
win.
he not gonna win.
No
He
way.
just he just something to just do. He's just
Anyone
entertainment.
that could have done what the Democrats wanted, anyone that could have did what the liberal Democrats, not the leftist Democrats, anyone that could have did what the liberal Democrats wanted, Bernie, Yang, and Tulsi, none of them are gonna get shit. And actually, Tulsi is on Hillary's shit list right now.
Man,
Yeah.
I hate politics. So
And I
much.
mean, technically, according to liberals, Elizabeth Warren is a woman of color. So when
Nigga, please.
here we
listen,
go with this.
when
Oh, God.
when that goofy bitch Kamala Harris dropped out of the race and Elizabeth Warren dropped damn near top 10 tweet of the year, said, looks like I'm the only woman of color left in the race.
We out here.
I had to smile and I had to clap
It's
for that
funny.
for her $5 Indian ass, nigga.
It's funny as hell. But come on, bro.
Nobody give a fuck about that, bro.
She gonna be your candidate.
You ain't got to give a fuck about
don't
that
give a
broad
fuck about that.
cisgendered heterosexual black man.
Yeah,
Say
No
it.
one
It's gonna be
counts
Say it again.
cisgendered heterosexual black
Oh,
man.
God.
I don't know what
No
none of
one's
that
ex-
mean.
No
You don't
one's
know what black
expecting-
man mean?
No, the other part.
cis general.
cisgender.
What's
Cisgeneral.
the cis general? That means you like the general.
General.
of
General.
It's like General Styles.
Cisgeneral side.
That shit sound terrible.
a chicken. I don't understand what's going
That
on
shit
right
is
now.
right. I'm with you. I'm like, I don't know what the hell.
He put like
Chicken.
15
I'm with Ted. I
acronyms.
don't know what the fuck.
Don't
that
Tell
is.
him what it
Somebody tell
is,
me
dog.
what that means.
Tell him what cisgender means.
Okay, so to be cisgendered is to be someone who identifies with the sex or the gender assignment you were given at birth.
Okay.
That means that you
okay.
are a
So
black
if I
male,
was-
so you're a black
All
male.
right, so
and
if
that's
I
all
was
you
born
want
a
to be.
male
And
I
you
look down
identify
and see
as
my
a
penis
male.
and I go, you know what, I'm a
I'm
man.
a fucking.
Yeah,
man.
you're
As far
cisgender.
You're
as I know.
cisgen.
That is
Okay.
that's too much.
All right,
man.
what's the rest?
That's fucking too
Everything
much.
got a sub name now, nigga.
That's fucking too much.
'Cause I
dog.
see
Just
people
call a
say
man
that
a
shit.
man.
Online
straight,
and I
literally.
just
Not anymore.
Jesus.
I'm
dog.
straight, literally.
$5
I
one.
just
Not
missed-
anymore.
I missed the early 2000s.
Hey,
I'm
knackers.
straight.
Hey, girl.
Me too.
That's how I know I'm getting
Yeah.
old. I'm like, remember the good old days
I'm just playing.
when you could just go outside and say what you thought.
See what it is
You can
yeah, I'm an old ass man.
You can
too,
smoke
man.
a cigarette in
You're
a movie
right.
theater.
That is what the good old days are.
Right.
When you can just say what the fuck
You say what you want. You
So
can call
basically,
somebody.
that's what older people mean when they say the good old days. Just when shit was racist and they
You
could
can just say what
whatever
you
the fuck
want.
they
That
wanted to
reminds
say.
me of
Yeah.
that. That reminds me of
I
that
truly
old,
understand it
that
now.
old,
I do too.
that old car salesman nigga from that movie, The Goods, where he was trying to sell them people.
Yep.
So you remember that
Movie,
shit?
yes.
That,
He was
that
like-
movie was
He's
actually
like,
good.
yeah, I
It
remember
was
the good
really
old
good.
days where men were men and you could call people coloreds. And
Yep.
that's
I don't know why colors is so funny,
No.
because
but it's
because
just funny.
here's why. Because coloreds is true racism. Coloreds is everyone that's not my ass.
Yeah, I
Right.
have no color.
I have
so
no
everyone
color.
Is
Or
colored.
my color is better than your color.
And I don't know what it is about the way people spoke back then or the way that people spell shit, but when they used to spell Puerto Ricans with the O and Muslims, that shit just sound
Muslim.
extra
Nigga.
racy, nigga.
Yeah.
That's like racy with like the
Extra
Five
racy.
Guys, how they put like extra fries in the bag.
Yeah,
Damn.
Take
Stupid
all
bitch.
this extra salt, nigga. Die.
I
Die
just want
now.
to take 20 fucking metric tons of peanuts with you.
Go ahead, you fat nigga.
Hope you got allergies.
hope you got
Fuck out of here.
Now that's fucked up to take a nigga with peanut allergies, starve him, and ship him to a fire.
Send his ass
Send his
somewhere.
ass
They ain't got
Five
nothing
Guys.
but bags and shit.
Bags
sitting
of it.
You said what?
Nah, I was just repeating what he said. Taking the Five Guys.
Take them to Five Guys, dead or alive.
Take him to fucking Five
Oh,
Guys.
God.
But it's not even so much missing the old days. It's missing a time when people weren't so overly sensitive and
Yeah.
easily offended.
PC.
You can
by
say what
everything.
you
But by everything.
everything. Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, I can't even walk outside no more.
I blame the culture of pussification,
Of the what?
just everything in general. Because when everyone's a pussy, no one has to be hard. No one has to defend themselves, and
Right.
most importantly, no one has to be accountable.
I-
Oh, I didn't mean to do it. It was the drugs.
You
That's
know-
crazy.
You know what would really mess it up? Computers.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it
No.
was. Yes,
I
it
blame
is.
Oh,
I
yeah,
blame
I believe
participation trophies,
No,
nigga.
I
but
blame
that
both.
too.
I
But-
think both
but
are true.
computer
Actually.
because you don't actually have to see anything.
Yeah, you got all these keyboard
niggas ain't gonna
thugs.
run up on you.
Yeah.
All right, I'll caveat you and give you that. The virtual
MySpace created that
interfaces
shit.
Yeah.
exponentially increased the fuckery. But see, here's the thing, man.
Hold on, can you hold your thought 1 second? Nigga, let's just be serious. It was coward ass niggas cutting out fucking newspaper letters and leaving fucked up letters. I hate you, bitch ass nigga. You gonna die.
That
And
took
people
more
ain't
effort,
fucking
though.
know about-
Yeah, it take more effort.
took way
And
more
how-
effort.
and how-
You're
Right.
anonymity, right? You can't. You know who the fuck did this.
Well,
shit.
I don't know.
And beat up.
Batman used to
Beat
catch the
up.
Riddler all the time, nigga.
You know what I'm
Everybody was a fucking Batman villain.
And
Everybody-
also, how long it take for a fucking mail letter to get to your house?
No, I just take it to your mailbox at night. Like,
No.
So you
That's
running
a
the
risk.
effort,
That's-
dog.
You running the risk. You running the risk.
Whole
That mean
thing.
you really hated the nigga if
Yeah.
you had to do all
Can
that.
you imagine just some
And the
big
nigga might
stinking
come
ass
outside.
grown ass man sitting at the table with some elementary school scissors,
Like, I'm
cutting
gonna
out
fuck this
fucking.
nigga up.
He's
Fucking letters.
looking through old newspapers for big ass letters
For clippings and
and
shit.
gluing
I
them to the.
bitch ass
Nigga.
nigga.
I've been sitting
I
here.
hope you die, and then
With the white glove.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you
make
gonna
it
love
sound
this
like
shit.
that. They say wash
that
the
business
fucking
mailbox.
dishes.
Nigga,
So wait, hold on.
I've
You
been
bring up an interesting topic.
Wash the fucking dishes.
Is that gender specific or everybody?
That's
No,
when
it's
you
for
don't want
everybody.
roaches in your house, nigga.
Right.
Right.
That's- all right, wash
Right.
your ass.
Some niggas,
They don't give a fuck who didn't wash them. It's dinner time.
Exactly.
Everybody
They
gotta
all
wash
up in your
their
shit.
ass.
I ain't gonna lie. When I go to niggas
Everybody.
niggas
You can't skip
places,
that.
when I go to niggas places,
Yeah,
I'm
you
doing
can.
a thorough wall check. And by wall
Are
check,
you really?
listen, I'm not
Wow.
sitting down until I done motherfucker.
How do you do that though? Like, how do you go about
Look
doing
around.
it
See if that
discreetly?
motherfucker moving.
You look around and like specifically in like the corners of the wall.
Hamburger.
That's where you start.
You look for the parts of the wall that are near cabinets. Because I grew up in the fucking project.
Because if you see a hole or any of that shit, you
anywhere
know,
where a little
any
where
little gap or anything,
a little
yeah.
unannounced
They can get in.
roommate could crawl out of. I won't sit
We have
down.
not had.
You
the
from the
same
east side? You
experience.
should know.
We don't have the same
Well, them
experience.
niggas- No, we don't.
I don't know anything
The
about
problem
any
is
of
them
it.
niggas jump in your pocket, your backpack. Next thing you know, you got a fucking passenger
Hell no.
on the way to home.
But see,
Which is hell now.
back in the quote unquote good old days, it used to just be roaches. Now it's bed bugs.
Yeah, it's everything now.
Woo.
Burn your house down. Now
You
if
got
get
to
bed
Burn your
bugs.
house down.
And
Yeah,
me,
you got
me
shit
and
for
B
space.
Dub used to work at Wayne State, and we had to start telling motherfuckers to stop disposing used furniture on the docks. Because what these motherfuckers would do is they would throw a couch out there or a
Mhm.
mattress or a box spring, take a box cutter and cut it, and then tape a sign on there that said "bed bugs, throw away." Nigga, you
Wow.
throw this shit away. The fuck is wrong with you?
Bed bugs throw away.
Yeah, you
And
definitely.
then you got niggas.
How you know they had bed bugs over there? Like somebody had to, you had to
Because-
inspect it first.
Because these fresh off the boat and fresh off the plane niggas is showing up
Okay.
with
Oh,
fucking.
Whole ass niggas who do that shit.
Madagascar
should
bed
be
bugs.
talking
forced
about
to
They
the.
live-
gonna
Don't
shut
be
y'all
Whole
down.
ass
talking
niggas
about
who
the
do that shit
people.
should be forced to live in Australia for a year.
Do not talk about the
Then
people.
let's see how cool you are with the fucking
people.
bugs, because
Niggas
them
got the
goddamn
plague and
Jurassic
shit.
Park bugs and that
I
motherfucker.
do not
Because
have that.
to me, to give somebody bed bugs, that shit should be a hate crime, dog.
It
It
is.
should be.
Because I hate you,
I agree.
I hate you, and I hate myself,
You ever
nigga.
been ate up by bed bugs before?
Hell
nigga?
no.
Alive?
Hell no.
You ever
Hell
had
no.
to?
No,
You ever
you
had
had
to?
to take them
See,
niggas
it
to
ain't.
court.
It
If
ain't
you
even.
ever want to get back at an ex ladies, just go throw some bed
Don't
bugs
say
in.
that.
Don't say that.
Don't say
No,
that.
No,
Check
no.
your phone.
Where the bell?
She too drunk. She too
Sparkle?
drunk. She
I'm not
drunk.
drunk at all.
Sparkle's
This
gonna bring.
nigga-
She been drinking,
my
everybody.
show.
Don't listen.
Hell,
Don't
wow.
listen to her.
Sparkle's gonna bring back
You
the
trying to
bell.
get that bitch diamond cut?
Oh my
Kinda
I
god!
will
fuck around.
DDP that bitch.
Hey, shout out to DDP.
You trying to get
Bang!
a motherfucker shot out here.
Yeah, that's,
BB
that's crossing the line. man.
BBP nigga, bed bug person,
Yeah,
nigga.
you can scratch the car, do all that shit, but don't
Don't
do
give
that.
me no
Don't
bed
give me no
bugs.
bed bugs.
I'll
And
kill
see,
your
That's like
family.
giving me the clap.
It's because it's just heinous. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can get rid of roaches and still keep your shit. Bed bugs, everything gotta go, nigga. The carpet, the bed, the couch, all that shit gotta go.
You
It's
gotta bleach.
fucked
You
up.
gotta bleach your dog.
Gotta bleach your dog.
Tomato sauce, your dog.
I don't even know if that shit worked, dog.
Tomato paste don't work.
It
for
don't
the
work
skunk
for
thing.
shit.
So you just end
Yeah.
up
You
looking
just
like
look
a
like
big
a
ass
fucking
dirty
dummy.
Like a dumbass.
spaghetti ball
Yeah.
and shit.
The dog just be looking at you like, what the fuck?
Dumbass and smell like a dumbass.
There it is.
Smell
I
like
did want to ask.
spaghetti.
I'm looking over in Macho's direction. Do you have anything you want to posit right now, Macho? You got a moment to spare?
Yeah, we got a moment. We talk about the Macho Minute.
The Macho Minute of the day,
I
everybody.
need a
Minute
theme
of the
song.
day.
Macho, macho, man.
Don't do
Macho
that
man.
shit.
Oh yeah, we gonna get fucking copyright
Get
stricken
fucked out of the
again.
algorithm, nigga.
We've got like a ton of
Can't even sing it.
copyright issues.
I wouldn't
lately.
even. I wouldn't do that shit.
But yeah, so allegedly, well, it's not even allegedly.
Legalese.
There
legally,
you go.
legally.
There you go.
There's a gentleman that snitched on himself. Apparently, he's been the judge. I think Baron knows what I'm talking about.
The nigga that walked in with the face tattoos.
Yes,
Oh my god.
the wigger.
The face
Wasting
tattoos.
all that privilege,
The
dog.
face tattoos and the TJ Maxx suit.
Yes, and
You
it's
talking
Get
about Post
body,
Malone?
nigga.
Post
yeah,
Malone.
fake Post Malone. But so allegedly, this
Post
gentleman,
Malone, nigga.
Post
Who's
Malone.
Damn.
The judge asked this man, what would you do to the person that raped someone?
Don't laugh.
Don't be
at that.
laughing about rape.
I can't laugh.
Fuck wrong.
I'm
with
not
you?
laughing
No.
about rape.
This
Just let him finish.
I can't even get it out. He asked him, what would you do about it if you knew somebody that was raped, and what would be the charges? How many years would you give the person? And then this fool said, I want to throw them I give them all the years and throw them under the prison. And the judge was like, okay, all right, good. He was like, that's why I sent you to life.
Live.
Wow.
Live.
I'll go to jail again. I'm going under the bank.
Uncle.
They state property that nigga, total Benny Siegel style nigga.
Yeah.
By the way, listen. I remember when I saw state property for the first time as a little kid. Benny Siegel, big chubby ass, shoot niggas in an empty courtroom just for a meal to come out and smoke them. I swear the nigga died, but The nigga didn't die. They put him in that motherfucker. So what was State Property 2 about,
It
bro?
was a comedy, right?
It was. I have no. I didn't watch. I
That was
just.
a comedy.
I didn't watch
Is that
it.
like Jurassic Park too?
I didn't watch it. I think once I saw
looks like we
Nori,
gonna have to
wish this
I
shit
was
was
like,
never
Shit
made.
just existed.
It
It
was
looks like
like-
we're gonna have to review that shit.
Yeah.
Engineer, did you see State Property 2?
damn. He like.
He ain't even
He
zoned out.
goes out. He like, nah.
And nobody see that movie.
Look,
Not even
man,
I
Bing
seen
see
it.
I saw.
I
I
ain't
saw.
watch it. I ain't
It
care.
had Nori and Kanye in there.
Yeah,
Kanye was in it.
Yeah, he,
Kanye
Which
was in
he was in
Kanye?
it for a second.
He was in there for a second.
Which Kanye?
Backpack Kanye.
Okay.
Backpack
Yeah.
Kanye.
Just like unlockable characters on the
Freeway
fighting
was
game.
in it.
Yeah, Freeway was in it, and I think I was like 20 minutes into it, and I was like, oh, this is just all gimmicky and
Goofy.
shit. They put
Yeah.
Nori in there and made him like,
I
wasn't he like a drug lord?
I
too?
take it that was a Dame
Puerto
Dash
Rican.
production.
Puerto Rican. Cam was Cam in there?
What's Cam in there? I don't remember.
Yeah, I think Cam was
Might
in
have been
there
in there.
because he
Niggas
saved
with
him from
pink coats.
jail. I think he saved him from jail.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to go back and watch it. I ain't seen it in years.
Benny Siegel, one of my favorite rappers. All time.
Yeah, but
I can't hate it.
you know, that's just my minute. Life's too my going out to talk about this fool is life too short to be snitching on yourself. Stop snitching on yourself. That's it.
Snitch on
I-
yourself
self-snitching.
and returning money.
All you knackers
yeah.
out there.
I've seen
Oh,
a lot of
niggas
articles
returning money.
lately about
Piss me
motherfuckers
off.
taking money back,
Returning
thousands of dollars.
You gotta put- you
returning
gotta
for
take
you,
that money
for
back,
you
fam.
niggas, stop that shit.
Stop.
Stop.
Saying
Take
stop.
the stop trying to take
What you
money.
got to say about that?
Oh man, look, I done seen too much shit happen. From a place of employment, somebody found 10 grand, I think, in a garbage bag out in the parking lot.
Woo.
That shit looked like I said they probably was leaving it for somebody.
Yeah.
So you fuck around, you go grab that shit. Somebody follow your ass to the crib.
Some Dominicans and some Trinidadians show up at your house.
Ain't there a
So,
finder's fee for that shit though?
I mean,
You don't get
if it's a
nothing.
drug dealer, like who
Hell
gives a
You're
no.
fuck?
supposed to
He
get
gonna-
15%.
Nah,
But not for
Nah,
no
you don't
drug
get none of
dealer.
that. You don't get none of
it's
that
dirty
money.
money. Like
You don't
to
get
me,
nothing.
Garbage bag.
They
I'm
give you
talking about I'm talking about government money, dirty money, nigga.
dirty money is for
It's
it's
a
whatever.
coin
You,
flip.
it's a coin flip, right? You taking the chance with your life. To me, it depends.
I don't
I'm
need-
not-
I don't
buy no new
need-
Xbox with
I
this
don't
shit. Like, you
need-
seen that money? Like, no, dog.
I don't need
Nigga,
no
what money?
I don't need no sockless
All right, Lil Wayne.
plantain eating
Just
carrot nigga
All
with a
right.
dirty gun showing up at my house because
with
I
a fucking
found some,
revolver.
because I found some money
Fucking
Fucking
somewhere.
Red Dead Redemption character show up at your house.
Oh no. Talking about my nigga
Wagwan
Red.
boy.
One of World
Me
War II
want
guns.
me money.
Me want that bag.
So wait, Ted, are you saying leave it alone or
Leave
take
that
it?
shit
or,
alone, fam.
Leave it alone.
Don't touch the
Leave it
shit.
unless it's
Fuck
like
that.
$20.
happens-
or
Fuck
something.
that.
but here's
I'm
my
taking that
question.
shit. I'm going to
What happens once they
Starters.
already
Fuck that.
like take it and find it? Like should they take it back to where they found it, or should they
If you
report
all
it or
right,
return it?
it's two different things. In my book, I'm gonna just walk past the shit. I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna that's a lot of motherfucking money. And I'm gonna walk right by it. Ain't none of my business.
So
You gonna walk
you gonna
past
walk
it?
past
I'll
it?
walk
Look,
right
it's,
by
it's certain
Oh,
shit.
hell no, I'ma die.
I'm gonna take
It's
it.
certain shit.
said you gonna
Esther
die.
said if I
Y'all
perish,
niggas
I
ain't shooting me.
perish.
It's certain
keep
shit
bringing
that
up
you
If
all
you
that.
can't.
perish, you perish.
It's
You ever
certain
had a
shit
gun
that
in
you
your face
can't
before?
acknowledge
I
that you
have.
saw.
I had a gun.
Actually,
Like if a nigga is
She
getting
was Lisa
if
had
a
a question,
nigga
had
is
a gun
getting
in her
stabbed or
Mhm.
fucked up and you behind the wall or you in prison,
Listen, dog. God
you
forgives.
can't
I
say
don't.
nothing. Because
I'ma
what's gonna
take that
happen
mud.
is they gonna send a little dumb nigga, hey man,
You ain't
you
got to
hear
eat
what
when
happened
I
to
go
such and
eat.
such? No, I ain't hear shit. That shit was fucked up. They want you to tell on yourself.
I got
So
another.
somebody can pay you a visit.
I got
later.
another story.
okay.
for
What
y'all.
about like when the trucks like get into accidents? What do you call them? The armor guard.
the
Oh,
armor
whatever.
trucks.
no, that money is tracked though. So
Yeah, you can't
get
do
away
shit
with
with
So
that.
that
you
money.
you have to
Unless you
return that
want
money.
launder it,
Don't
unless you know
touch it.
somebody to launder it. But
Yeah, then
Most
you get
niggas
involved
ain't-
with the niggas.
Or
that's
you can
gonna
put it in the
take
street.
Yep.
This shit
Pay a
depressing.
fee.
See,
Put it
y'all
in the
Put it in
telling
the
me
street.
street.
Put
Put it
y'all
in the
telling me
street.
ain't
Yep.
no free money, basically.
No,
nah,
there's
ain't
no
such thing as free money. Ain't no such thing as free titties.
That's
On,
right.
on God.
On God.
I got
Oh,
another.
God.
I got a. Since y'all talking about money and niggas and
And
banks
titties.
and shit like that, I got a.
Titties is always
I got a story
good.
for you about that nigga that
And tacos.
he had
Tacos.
that
Titties and tacos.
he had that
Please subscribe.
Shameless plug.
Y'all fucking
Y'all
this nigga
niggas.
villain up.
Right.
I'm trying to get it out, but they fucking me over. Okay, look. So that story about that nigga that got that case, it was a discrimination case that he won.
Oh, the nigga that
cash the checks.
Yeah,
They
he tried.
cash-
Yeah,
yeah.
he tried to
And they
cash
wouldn't
the
let him
check.
cash it.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was in Detroit. He tried
Yeah,
to
that's
cash.
a friend of mine. Well, not
You
a friend,
know
but I
him?
used to work with him. I used to work with him.
Oh yeah, he tried to
Yeah.
cash a check and wear TCF.
Yep.
Speaking of TCF,
Shout out to TCF for keeping up.
That was free, nigga. Keep going.
Shout out to TCF for keeping the spirit of Kobo alive.
yeah. he-
Right.
Keeping them knackers away from
So
the
he
money.
tried to cash the check at TCF, and then they didn't believe him. They called the police on his ass.
Mhm.
And when the police came, he told his lawyer and all that shit. His lawyer got on the phone like, yeah, I was there. Yeah, these are real checks. And they was like, no, sir, you still can't cash these checks. So this nigga had to leave TCF. He closed this account at TCF.
Yep.
He went to Chase. And he gave Chase the checks, and checks cleared in 12
Yeah,
hours.
'cause-
Did you hear-
Now he's suing TCF.
Did
But
you hear
TC
the reason that the lady said that she wouldn't cash them because he
'Cause,
only
yeah,
had
53
53 cents
cents.
in
Yeah,
his
yeah.
account?
Hey, nigga be broke.
I mean, TCF. I mean, honestly, that ain't the home of the knackers. I mean, niggas
Nah.
haven't.
That
Niggas
ain't
didn't.
a nigga bank.
Niggas didn't probably hear about TCF Bank until they took over Kobo.
Right. You better go
Majority
to
of the time, niggas just got Chase or Comerica.
and they go to Comerica. That's a
You know.
And I
nigga.
know another
Comerica
lady
nigga bank right
who
there.
sued
That's a super
TCF.
nigga
She
bank.
worked at TCF and sued them for discrimination and won.
Mm.
That's what's up.
Okay.
I'm about to sue TCF.
Right,
Fuck
I'm
them.
about to get an account. Be like, nigga, I want my
Fuck them.
25 cents.
Right, I'm gonna get a
If I
count.
catch a cold while I got this hat on, I'm definitely gonna do that shit.
You
Let's go.
scamming,
Fuck
you
it.
scamming and jugging niggas that fuck everything up for everybody.
Yeah, TC fucking up.
Don't nobody trust nobody no
TCF.
more.
Anybody that buys Cobo Hall can't be trusted.
Just buy Kobo Hall.
No, they
Hey,
bought it. Right?
Yeah, they did buy it.
Speaking of Kobo,
Nothing?
speaking of, because we ain't none of us in
It's
this
a
room
big-ass
gonna ever
billboard.
call that shit the TCF place.
Hell no.
Nah, it's
That
gonna
shit's
it's gonna
Kobo
always
forever.
be Kobo. You feel me?
Yep.
Anybody going to Savior's Day next week?
I don't even know what
What
that
What
is.
the fuck is that?
It's a Jesus fest.
Savior's Day.
Ah,
Is it?
Savior's Day, aka Islamicon, is when the Nation of Islam comes to Detroit.
Is Farrakhan gonna be there?
Yes,
Islamicon.
he's-
Nigga
he's-
said
is-
Islamicon.
I might pull up just to hear
I thought
just to hear
I like to
Farrakhan.
hear him speak.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah, I might
thought
pull
they-
up.
I'm already pissed. I don't
They
care.
host the minister every year at Kobo and have for like the last 40 years.
I thought Savior's Day was like some fraternity shit.
You know what?
How would that be fraternity shit? though?
Because don't they got days like fraternity? I mean, Savior's Day or Founders Day. That's what it's called.
Founders
My bad.
Day.
My bad.
It sounds like a Jesus camp to me, where they
I
try
sound
to
like-
pray the
That's
gay
what
away.
I thought.
Yeah.
Shout out to that nigga
Right.
Zach Fox.
you are not.
You are not gay.
You are
Jesus-
not gay.
Jesus
But
does
if
not
all those
like that.
gay camps would just be gay guys running the gay camps, so they just turn the gay guys more gay.
They're like, oh, Richard,
Yes.
you're
Right,
not
man.
gay.
It's a booty camp.
It's a booty.
It's a
camp.
booty
I feel
camp.
like that's different. That's more like the booty house.
It's a booty. What is
What's
that?
the booty house?
I keep hearing
Right, you
about
just brought it up.
It's-
What's the booty
What
house?
is that? I never.
Is
Is
I
it
don't
like
know
the
what it
boom
is.
It's like
boom
a
room?
it's like a trap on the east
Sparkle.
side.
I was gonna say I don't know.
Sparkle,
I just saw the
please,
videos.
please
That's all
explain.
right.
Please
gonna
explain
invite
to
him.
us, Sparkle, what the booty house
Nah,
is.
hell no. Y'all
and
don't
why you
want
can't
me to
take
explain
You
shit.
brought
Like
it
I
up.
got all the
No,
information.
nobody want to hear about no
I
damn boom
saw
boom room,
the
right?
video.
It's just an after hour spot.
Nah, yeah, that's what it looks like.
It's an after hour spot on the east side
Why
somewhere.
is it called the booty house?
And why can't you take the
Everybody
white
was in
bitch
there
there?
shaking their
Yeah.
ass.
I
Oh,
mean,
word?
yeah,
There
just-
you go. I answered 2 questions.
You ever been up in that
Nigga,
joint?
that just sound like Linwood
Yeah,
at
nah,
like
I
3
never-
o'clock.
Hey,
in the
Nah,
tell
I
them
morning.
about
never
that
been.
boom boom room, Ray.
Well, apparently it's free food and free booze.
How you
Word?
get in there?
Wow.
Well,
You just walk
Word-
up in
It's
there.
like word of mouth.
It's like every other house
Nah,
party.
now they
nigga.
posted the address.
Oh, did they
though.
post the
Yeah.
address?
Oh, it's
Right.
over with now.
Oh,
Somebody
This
gonna
shit
get
is
clapped.
not gonna last.
Nah, it's over.
No, it ain't gonna last. I mean, most after hour joints don't last that
Nah,
long.
Or
right.
press
Who-
F for the booty room. It's over with.
Press F in
Press
the
F.
chat for the booty room, nigga.
We just exposed them. It's over.
The TCF booty
The
room.
booty house.
Shout out to the booty
They
house.
Booty
bought the
house.
booty house too.
I mean, I thought that was a genius idea. I mean, shoot,
Is it on Woodward?
nah,
It's on the east side.
it's on the east
somewhere.
side somewhere. I
So
They
No,
got,
I-
a, they got a
you.
sign and
We would.
everything.
The east siders wouldn't know.
yeah, I mean,
They got a sign saying
I mean,
the
no,
booty
it's
room.
on, no, it's on the inside, but I'm just saying, like they
they got
had a
they
video, so they
advertise.
advertised it.
They
they got a
advertise.
logo for this.
Yes.
Yeah,
they got a logo,
All right,
everything.
all right. Is it a closed booty or open?
No, it's just letters.
Just
Open
letters.
butt cheeks.
Open butt cheeks.
No, it's just
the
letters.
peach crease.
This is crazy.
I mean, I thought that was smart though, because I was like, man, the club scene is dead here.
Right.
Who advertises an after hours?
So, young niggas,
Yeah,
Yeah,
Gen X.
pretty much.
Earth.
young niggas.
I mean, you know why
I
the
mean, it's
club
social
scene is
media.
dead.
Social
I'm
media.
appalled.
is dead.
I'm appalled.
Because they up here
You
shit.
know, everybody put everything on social
Yep.
media, though.
That's true. That's why everybody get caught doing
Streets, the
everything.
That is
streets got
true.
to eat. Them niggas is getting tired of getting inflated
Well, I mean,
by
that's
them.
advertising. I mean,
Them
Niggas want
yuppies.
money.
Are you looking at the
They
booty room?
want
The booty house?
I
Is that
think
why
he
you
is.
over there
I think
laughing?
he is looking
He
it
is
up.
looking at
You
it.
find, you
Or you
trying to
looking
find
at the
booty
chat.
house?
is the booty house open tonight in Google?
It probably is.
Somebody typed F
Somebody.
in the
It
comments.
probably is.
Of course they typed F. Shout out to whoever who typed F in the comments.
R.I.P. Betty White. That's right.
She ain't
I don't
dead.
know.
She
Somebody.
ain't dead.
She
Some,
ain't dead yet.
That's lyrics to the song, nigga. Jesus is the
What
one.
song?
Jesus
Oh,
is the one.
Jesus
Oh, yeah,
is
oh,
the
yeah.
one.
And my I'm missing out on something.
Yeah,
Oh, you
something
got it.
stupid.
Man, if you listen, you get some time, you listen to Jesus the One. That shit actually slap.
Who make that song?
Goofy
Zach-
nigga.
Zachary
dog.
Fox,
Zachary
Very
Fox,
goofy
yep.
nigga.
About to dip my nuts in some $1,000 dressing because I got
I got
depression.
Look at her face.
Jesus.
It's a
is
song?
the
She is
one.
distraught. Yes, and I thought I played that song.
Hey, shout out to that man. Shout out to that
That
king.
must have been that drunk.
It's
night,
a
I don't know.
blastic, man. It's a blastic.
Free Palestine, free take.
Free TK. Free. He was like,
Fuck
shout,
TK,
Why
nigga.
are
Don't
we
free
talking
that
about
nigga,
this?
Shout out to
dog.
Betty
What are we
White.
talking about?
R.I.P. Betty White. I know she ain't dead yet, but R.I.P. to
He
her
said,
anyway.
yeah.
Because it's gonna happen.
Y'all niggas waiting on it, ain't y'all?
That's what he said.
That's what he
don't
said in the
nobody
song.
make it out of this alive,
That's
so.
that's literally a lyric in the
I
song.
kind of feel like people are because every week it's something about
Betty
Betty White's
White.
still alive, y'all.
No, it's like when one of these white motherfuckers shoot up something. That's what they say.
I think
Betty
she.
White.
I think she a
No, they
Highlander.
say, but they say shit like Trump's still alive though, or like
Yeah,
my daddy's
Kobe's-
still alive though.
Kobe dead, but
I think
Betty White.
Betty White is a Highlander. You heard it first.
she might be the last one.
She is the last one out of that group. Ain't
She
Yeah,
is.
she is the
Yeah.
last one.
Yeah,
She-
B. Arthur died like 20-something years ago.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hamburger.
God damn. dog.
Hamburger.
Burger, man. It's been a hell of a. It's been a
been
hell
rough,
of a
man.
first fucking month for the year, man.
Yes,
Yes.
it has been. It's been a very.
It's
I
been
think
rough.
I think it's been more adage in January of like 2020 than it was like the
The whole
whole
year.
6 months of 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit been going real the last.
It started out.
Month.
It started out with David Stern dying.
Yep.
Not
Yeah.
Kobe
All Star
dying.
Weekend,
It's gonna be lit.
All Star Weekend got to be lit this year.
It's
It
gotta,
gotta
be.
be lit.
They gotta show out. I hope they show out. I mean, they will.
Yeah,
show
Where
out.
it's gonna
They
be
will.
at?
They
Where
will.
the Chicago? All the Chicago thoughts gonna be in there. Tough.
Ugh, that's that shit I
Oh, what's
Is it
don't
something in
like.
Chicago?
Oh no.
Ugh.
Yeah, I believe so.
Chicago.
Yeah.
I mean, it
Not
could
that-
be lit. I
Not
don't know.
that far. You can
If
take
she-
a little trip. You might take a little trip.
She
You
like,
know,
she like, wait a
down
minute.
there.
She
It's only
like,
4 hours.
she like, wait a minute. The titties might be out that week.
Shit, you might bag a drumming.
Shout
You
out.
know.
Backpage don't exist no more.
No, it
dude.
don't. They shut that shit down.
What?
Them Backpage Super Bowl specials, nigga.
Back pay Super Bowl.
The streets
special.
gotta eat.
That
When did
year,
they get to them niggas?
that year that the blackout had happened, and we had like nothing but 35 fucking minutes in the middle of the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, the OnlyFans gonna be lit. You gonna see some broad advertising it. You know what I mean? With the pay, it's gonna be lit.
They had 15. They had
Or
$15 short
premium.
stays, nigga.
What is it?
Snapchat
Snapchat premium. They're gonna be doing
you
some
get, like 12
Super
minutes?
Bowl. Maybe 10 or
The
20.
$15? How that work?
$15.
I can't say. I can't
Who wants
say.
a $15 pussy?
He
There's
said
some
it was a
nigga out there.
Hey,
$15
wait a
short
minute. Hold
stay.
on. Hold on.
15
hold on.
There's some
Hold on.
niggas out
Y'all
there.
lost me. Y'all
Alright,
lost
let's
me. Hold
do
on.
it.
Hold on. You mean to tell me that niggas is out here paying for hourly pussy
Yes.
Yeah.
instead of
That's
just
always been
Going
the
to
case.
Right,
me
that's
get-
always been the case.
let me get my nut and y'all pay for the how much, pay for the nut. I'm not paying.
You talking about that
I'm,
$35?
wait, wait, wait,
that
wait.
40
I'm
ball?
confused. What
talking
are you?
about
What
that
are you saying?
$35
I'm saying-
wop
Because
bop?
niggas been paying for short stays
I
at
mean,
the
I don't
Suez
know.
for
I
like
don't know.
years.
Short stay.
I don't know, but as far as I know, as far as I know about prostitution, you pay.
It ain't always prostitution.
What's it called?
Sometimes
What
it's
is it
adultery.
called? That's all prostitution.
No, sometimes it's adultery. It
For
ain't
me, it's
always
all
It's
prostitution.
a prostitute. It's a-
I mean, if it's
so-
money
I
exchange,
mean, if
it's hard.
it's
If
it's
some-
money
it could be
exchange, it's
part
You're
prostitution.
fucking for free. I'm concerned.
It could be
I
part-time
fuck girls for
prostitution.
free, I think.
I think.
I think.
You
But no,
just-
no. The
I mean,
You
you
just
talking,
don't know
see,
about
you
the
talking about
cost.
hoes. That's different. Hoes,
See, I
you,
don't deal with hoes.
That's what I'm saying.
Hoes is a whole nother world.
that's
for
what
me.
I'm saying. That's a
Well,
different.
what
That's
the
a different
fuck are you talking
conversation.
about?
I'm talking about as far as I know, with niggas in prostitution goes, you pay per nut, not
Yeah.
per minute.
That's
It's
old
just-
school.
Is this
That's old
fucking
school.
itemized?
That's-
What do you
that's like-
mean?
It
That's
kinda
like,
is.
that's like,
It
yeah,
kinda is.
that's like the 80s.
Ain't no
I shot
bra
my
about
nut.
Back when AIDS
Ain't
I
no
was
leave
bra
the
rampant.
money
about
on the
on the
dresser.
dresser.
Get the fuck on.
I do
Ain't
know
no
how
bra
to-
about to
I
give
do
you a
think
whole
that's
So
lot.
is it like a
not
whole nut
supposed
or a half a
finishing.
nut, a partial
That's
nut?
like-
Like what are we doing?
That's like some Harlem
It's
Nights.
probably-
Are we
Yes.
weighing the
type of shit.
semen?
I'm
It's
just
prob-
old.
I don't know, but
Pop
Yeah,
goes
that's
I
with
know-
yeah, that's way throwback.
I know no economical
It's
prostitute
like, yeah,
is
some,
gonna waste a
money on
whole
the dresser.
hour on the
Fix
nigga,
yourself.
letting the nigga go to
Pop
town.
goes weasel.
Pop goes the weasel.
So what are you paying $40 for?
$4?
$4.
$40.
Oh,
$4 pussy.
What's the
40 ball.
$40 for?
What, the
The
40
40
ball?
the 40 balls for that wop bop.
The 40. What the fuck is a
I'm
wow?
about to leave, dog. I'm about to wrap
You
up.
got fired
What
twice
time
the same
is it?
show.
What time is it? I don't even know what that
I
means.
still got some minutes to cook,
Yeah,
nigga.
look,
This hibachi
40
ain't gone cold yet.
40 ball.
What's a wop bop?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the fuck a wop bop is.
Yeah, somebody explain.
He
this
gonna have to.
me.
He gonna
What
have to
is
explain
that?
now.
For
I
You
don't-
said it. You explain it.
40 ball logic is as follows. Guy wants his rocks off by whatever means you can get it done. Hand, feet, mouth, ass, or whatever.
Mhm.
And the broad usually is gonna ask for $40. $40 is usually
Who
thrown
came
on
up
the
with the
table.
$40?
Strippers.
Some
Women
hood
did.
rat.
No,
Oh.
it wasn't even one. It was women in general. Enough women
Justice League.
asked for $40 to
Yep.
where it became
To do
a,
what?
a colloquial
No. What
euphemism.
are we? I'm confused. What are we getting with the $40?
Fuck it.
I need to
You
be
trying
able
to
do
get
this.
money. You getting
Penetration.
$40 and we getting the money.
Penetration.
We getting that
I'm
wop.
asking, what is the woman doing with the $40?
Oh, we don't know.
For all of the
We don't
women
know. We
to
don't
be
give a
asking
fuck.
for
What they-
$40.
We don't know, but I think
If
it
this
can't.
was a nice round figure.
Yeah, I
It could
think that's
either
what it
be.
is.
It could either
It's more
be,
than 20.
I think when the market crashed from Backpage,
I thought you was gonna say that when Obama was in office. Yeah, 2008.
I mean that could have happened too.
Housing
But
crash.
What it
I
was
think when
was-
He's
BP,
talking about
pussy never
the
crashed.
back page crash.
Yes.
in 2015.
I thought he was
In
talking about the
2015.
mortgage
You know what I
crash.
think
no,
it
I'm
is?
talking about
I think it's
2015
because-
Backpage crash.
I think it's because asking for 100 is egregious, and asking for 50 is like that's
Niggas
kind of
don't-
a lot.
Don't be having 50, but they got 40.
They got 40.
Hey, nigga,
I think
Yeah.
20 is
I mean,
shortchanging yourself.
I think they because they
So they
I
was
think
like
they
40.
understood
40
how,
is like a $5 pizza with no tax.
yeah,
Shit.
it was hot and ready. They was like we can just sell them a bunch of
Yeah,
hot and ready.
They little Caesars to put.
They little Caesar the
I
pussy.
always thought hoes had like a menu, like this. The hand job is
They
5.
typically do,
The pussy
but that's
is
only if a
40.
nigga. That's only if a nigga has the
Asshole.
wherewithal
But he
and
said
the
it
acumen.
wasn't just hoes, it's women. All women.
Oh.
Or-
All women
No,
do that?
no.
Well, no, when he said $40, he said because somebody said the strippers came up with that. He said no, women came up with that.
Women,
So-
women,
People that fuck
women
people for
asking-
money came
women
I
up with
think
asking
it.
the
for money.
prostitutes
Whether
came
they
up
was
with
fucking
that.
people
Just
or not.
prostitutes.
Yeah.
Do
Somebody,
you got 40 on the phone bill? You got 40 on my hair.
Oh,
and
yeah.
nails.
yeah.
And that
I
number,
had that,
that number just
I ain't giving
that
a-
number just kept popping up to where a nigga made a joke about it, and when the joke went over well, niggas was like, low key, bitches do be asking.
Yeah,
for
they
40.
do. They do.
Yeah, you ever seen that episode of South Park where that Loch Ness monster was asking for
350.
350.
350. Yep.
40 is 350.
I'm
That's
needed-
what it is.
It was the joke. Yeah,
Hey,
the
somebody
joke was that good that it just stuck.
stuck in real
Yeah.
life. Somebody in the comments
That's a
said.
million memes about this.
Somebody in the comments said 40 is for the party pack. That's where it came
Party
from.
pack, like a
party
Taco
pack?
Bell party pack.
A party. Okay, you
It's
from
all
the,
of the shit.
my East Side brothers.
The 40 pack is typically a wop bop
It's-
and a gut gut.
A party, yes.
Yup, the
A,
Gup
a party
3000.
pack is like a sampler.
The party
You
pack.
getting a little
the
bit
party,
of everything.
The party pack is the dope pack.
It's the dope pack. Yep.
When you get a little bit of coke, a little
you
bit
get
of
a little
pills,
bit of
a little
everything.
bit of weed,
Yep.
a little bit
I'ma
of
get you-
drink.
I'ma
It
get
come
you
in-
the
it
party
come-
pack.
Yep, it's a party pack.
I'ma
Come in
get
a little
you- come in
brown
a brown
bag.
bag.
Yep,
I'm
brown
gonna get you
bag.
together. I can't guarantee that this shit fire, but you know,
But it's
so
something.
They want to pay
It's-
for the party pack with
Yeah.
the $40.
Well, pussy is pussy, so.
yeah.
And like, let me just
I
get
mean,
the
if
whole
you-
shebang
I
bang.
don't
You never
know.
know when you
I
go
mean,
to
if you
the
if you
car
spending
wash.
$40,
No,
if you spending
no.
$40
You ever been to a
for
car
it,
wash before?
No.
And he be like, go ahead and get the
All
undercarriage.
pussy ain't pussy, boo boo. No, you done
Hey,
fucked
so a
the
nigga
wrong
that's
bitch.
paying
All
$40 for it.
pussy
Yeah, it
is
is.
pussy.
I'm gonna have to agree with Sparkle.
You
Oh
all
no,
pussy
Oh,
nigga.
ain't
no.
pussy, baby.
You ain't never talked to a nigga from the 70s.
You're right. You ain't ever talked to a pimp named Slipback.
Oh God. See, I can't trust 70s niggas, man, because
they was all
niggas,
on drugs.
niggas
I
that
don't
was
trust
doing
them niggas.
cocaine was doing everything else, dog.
They was fucking anything.
If
So
you
I
want
was
to
like,
trust Marlon Brando for your pussy
Oh,
advice,
no.
I'm
Man, shit.
not the butter
We
lube.
ain't
trust a
gonna-
nigga.
nigga that
Ted,
put
I pray,
Butterloo.
right,
Not the
that
butter
fucking
lube,
apple
nigga.
pie.
Ted,
I'm
I pray,
concerned.
Ted,
Oh, no.
Ted,
Oh,
I
no.
pray to Jesus that 20 years from now we won't see you in a room with some slips on, and smoking a Virginia Slim.
Okay.
That's 75% ass.
Jesus is the one.
Talking about the buttered up 40 ball, my nigga. Please.
The
Nah,
buttered
I don't
up
fuck
40
with hoes.
ball.
I just beat my shit.
Hey.
Yeah, I just
Beat
Fuck that
gang.
shit. Beat
Beat
gang,
gang.
nigga.
It's
Gang, gang.
I've been preaching that.
Save
man.
some money, but beating your shit.
You going back to the
Yeah, low key.
What
If niggas,
Tupac trying to
if
advocate
niggas,
for that?
if niggas beat
Talking
and
about-
then spin, they make a lot more wise financial decisions.
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
shit. to clear your
Nut
fucking
clarity.
brain.
Nut clarity is a real thing.
I think the next nigga to make $1 billion is gonna be the nigga that drops the pill that can provide you with post nut clarity.
That shit is, man.
Without that.
Without actually being.
Man, you know how
Without
much money it would
actually
save?
Nigga.
Yeah, my post.
Nigga, my credit score would have
amazing.
been ridiculous if I had more nut clarity in the beginning.
Shit. I think that's how it is with everybody. When
I
they
think
younger.
20s is all 80% nut. Like you just need more nut clarity. Like
Yeah.
more
Oh,
nut
yeah.
clarity. Like especially in your 20s.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bitches be dick dizzy too.
Yeah,
Dick
that's
dizzy.
facts. Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know. It seems like the dumb decisions that niggas make, like niggas make dumb decisions, get the post-nut clarity, like fuck, what the fuck am I doing? And like women, it seems like, and correct me if I'm wrong, it's like in reverse. Women make all the right decisions until the dick dizziness, and then it's just goofball.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Then you just dumb as shit after that.
Goofball, bitch.
Yeah, it's all gone. Yeah, it's
Damn,
all
it's
It's
gone.
like, yeah, I know.
Well,
he,
they're more
I
mature
know
than
he
us.
ain't even had no socks on,
Listen,
and he ain't
ain't got no
graduated from high
job, ain't
school.
got no
But
car, got 12 other bitches, but the dick is so good.
I'm about to
Doesn't
just,
really matter.
I'm about to just give him the keys to the car.
Might as well. You drop me off.
Red,
Take
Y'all
my car.
crazy, man.
You drop me off. At
I've
work.
had I had a chick say
Jody!
that to me
When
one
they be
time.
slanging, when you slanging,
She was
dick,
like, "I know you with this girl,
It don't
but
matter.
you just make sure you get back here before 2
Or
o'clock."
even better, the
Wow.
bitch gets mad at the woman that don't even know about her.
That's
Yeah.
want to fight her and
Classic.
shit.
Yeah,
How you gonna fight her? I'm the one fucking her.
I mean that's man. That's
Because she
some
can't
strong
fight
shit.
you, nigga. You the one with the dick.
She can't-
Facts. I am the.
You got the power, nigga.
Yeah.
Arise, chicken.
Arise.
Arise. You can't defeat a totem pole.
Oh my
Man.
God.
Yep. And thanks for checking
Oh,
us.
shit was crazy today, man. We about to get ready to
And that's
wrap
it.
shit up around here. Last thoughts in the
R.I.P.
evening.
Kobe.
R.I.P.
R.P.
Kobe.
Kobe. Thank you,
GG.
Kobe.
Stay away from strags. Support and love your daughters if you got them so they don't become strags.
Don't snitch on
Keep your
yourself.
daughter off the pole.
Avoid bazooka feet.
Bazooka
Avoid
feet.
bazooka feet and Umar Johnson niggas.
Oh God.
Avoid that nigga, dog.
Let them live.
Don't go to the booty house.
Don't go to the booty house.
I
But if
found
you
out.
do, tag this podcast.
Yes.
Tag this
Try
podcast.
Found
not to
out
get
what it,
sick this fucking weekend.
What you find out?
Stay away from motherfucking bat gumbo,
Oh yeah, Corona.
Fuck these
rat
bats.
fetus soup,
Don't drink
and
Coronas.
Do not drink Corona.
Don't drink Coronas.
and
Stay to
eggs
Heineken.
boiled in little boy pee,
Yeah,
nigga.
don't
Just
eat that wonton
stay away
soup.
from Chinese food. bro.
What you say, Ted?
Oh no, I found out about cis. What y'all say?
Cisgender.
Cisgender.
Yes.
SIFs.
Cis
We found out
tender.
about SIFs.
Cis chicken tender.
Be a man,
Serena's
Hogan.
husband is not
Be a
a
man.
billionaire.
Palpatine is alive. We found about SIFs.
Cis General Sal, nigga.
And if you're gonna see some titties, make sure you got some tacos.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
anything y'all want to plug, Ted and Sparkle, before we go? Before we get out of here?
Nah, I ain't plugging shit.
Always the Titties and Tacos podcast on the Detroit is Different Network. Find us on Spotify, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts.
We own all them too.
Jesus. You just had to just come in and steal the shine.
Right.
Yes.
Came
It's our-
in off the ropes like
it's
all
our
That's
fault.
fine.
That was a very Mamba-esque move, nigga.
Yeah, that was
Attack.
Mamba mentality. Mamba mentality.
That's right. Attack.
Mamba
All right,
mentality. I ain't never been on them.
Oh, shit. I want to thank y'all for coming out and listening to us. You know where to find us every Thursday, 10-ish. You know, niggas, CPT.
CPT time.
CPT is real. Be sure to look out for us on podcasts.
Bless up.
Stitcher.
Bless up.
We're on Google. We're on Apple. Next time, try to call in, niggas. Be sure to hit up those
Yeah,
donations.
no
Yeah, we
friendly
want to hear
niggas.
from y'all, man. We really do be want to hear from y'all. Don't be scared. Just call, nigga.
Be sure to try to hit up the donation links only if you can. We ain't trying to take nobody's motherfucking light bill money.
No 40 ball.
No 40 ball.
We just want to keep bringing y'all stuff. We got Coney Talk coming.
Oh yeah, Coney Talk is
Coney Talk is coming. So stay tuned and don't forget to hit that like, subscribe,
Share.
Most importantly, share. Hit that notification button. So y'all know when we coming up. Yeah.
And until next time, this has been Hadage Underground, and you have been listening to the sounds of the mighty, mighty Meta Baron.
Beat up.
Ted.
Macho Samson.
Voice the villain.
And Sparkle.
And we are out. Peace.
Yay.
Banner.